Comparing no. I want to keep people up there or money for them. There are 300 people. Yeah. Compare no. Was it another time before I want to, yeah? I just can't even know it's true. What Liberia preparation? What my brother for ASC? I mean, you know what partner before? That's Stacy look as partner for the country. I respect Mr. Cummings for all the reasons that I know. As chairman of Foreign Affairs, that gives me the privilege to sit on the Security Council of the country. I'm not too sure my young brother from ANC want me to carry 10 Liberia security strategy yet. No. Especially at the national leader where I sit. It's still classified. I think you respect that. Thank you, sir. When you are talking about that rehab, I was laughing. So I said the rehab in back there, I already knew. That the place where Milton play gate. Yeah? The one who to eat out when they stand and say the other way, in that cash. The rehab was 1 year in Cooper Farm Community, 2 minutes away from President Pagawas. Nobody pays money there unless the parent can afford the testing fee to take it in there. Ordinarily free. Ordinarily free. When we take it in there for 6 months, you eat 3 times a day. You got current 24 hours. Your cure is on the center. When you're sick, we treat you. Eh, no clapping for that. Suppose you want to hear that. Eh? Suppose know it, but they don't want to hear it. When you're sick, the clinic there, we treat you. If the clinic cannot cater to your health needs and bigger than the capacity of the clinic, we relocate you to a hospital and pay it. Somebody graduated for the center. Tina, you don't want to ask a question? Yeah, I get it. That one looking straight at you and answering it. But if you answer it, but you let it answer, then I will get it. Because the answer I gave you is straightforward. Somebody who graduated from that place, they in Nigeria practicing with Nigerian Auto 20 because where their parents live. They get a future. Somebody who was head teller at managerial level at one of the banks, they went into drug because social issues. The bank sacked them. They brought them to the center. We clean them up. Today, they're making money at the Ministry of Education as consultants. I can go on over 200 some more persons that we are cleansed, free from a salary. The center had 18 employees. Executive director, doctor, clinician, psychiatrist, kitchen staff, security are paying them a living. That center, just from my salary I get back, is the source of employment and livelihood for 18% already. There are the people who will recover from drug. And that's only for the media to be talking about in that negative. That's only for intellectual opposition and to be talking in that negative. If somebody fall off in that center, it will be the news because that war should be negative. Before we take anybody in there, the only time we can refuse you is after we do your medical test at the hospital for $83 per person. And when we take 75 person and all can pay $83 times 75, I pay. When your test result comes and they say you have a communicable contagious disease, then we can tell you because we want you to go there and spread it. But any illness that can be cured, but because we want to cleanse you of the drug, we can take you in. And most of the people that in the street get fasting, I paid $83 per person. Right now, we just graduated the 8th batch. 8th batch. We now have the 9th batch of people in there. Go to the rehab center now. When you see them, you will not have respect for human beings. After 2-3 weeks you go by, you will not believe that the same people who were here 2-3 weeks ago that thought they were dead. So the Center for Rehab, for Rehabilitation and Reintegration funded by and being funded by Darius Taylor and good supporters who believe in our vision. It's a rehab, not at my Barclay. Thank you. The national ID. There was a meeting with the president and the national and the vice president and the national ID institution 2 weeks ago. Very, very soon. I don't want to do the work of the executive. I don't want to prove to be either so powerful here or somewhere in the government there I know everything. I will wait for the right entity of government to make the right announcement. But only thing I can say, this national ID card issue will be resolved soon and will resume the issuance of, okay? The yellow machine, no, when I wear yellow, for 2 reasons. Not only because I have all sides and the IE. Aparo and Arsenal. And I read, they are but I am overly happy for those mission. In fact, I am extremely happy for those mission. The mission will do plenty. The first thing it will do, it will make me and my friend not to get election on your back in the name of our Calipino. The comments of the old people. You know, I've been saying to people, I don't know what all the problem in the country. I won't want to be senator or representative and go in one community and the person when you face our role. I said when you make me lawmaker, I will face the role and they clapping. No Nigerian army, they play 11 how the role looking. And you can't say your own role, how you say our own role. But you see, the people go campaign and they tell you impressive thing for your hearing that they mean for your own election. That is why I'm not afraid of losing election or winning election. Because even when I want an election, I used to tell people I'm giving you fasting. Get your vote. You vote for me, I'll go fight for you. If I give you money, you take it, I take respecting you, and you take respecting yourself by taking it. But some people can say, but yeah, I will take it now because when we lay, we can't get nothing for you. Of course, you want to get nothing for us the way you want it. The way you can want it. I'm closing. For 6 months, I CEO and members of CEO left CEO and went to the Capitol building on their own transportation every day to see who will be speaker. Lala? Who will be speaker that was talking point here every day for 6 months? Who will be speaker? People used to pay their way every day to go to Capitol building just to be in the ground, on the ground. How many times CEO or the same people went to Capitol building and said, they're not fighting for a job for a war with CDC or Labour Day Party or UP or ASC or no party. They think they're not talking about the Labour Ministry affecting all who support them. How many of you did it? How many of you? No. But there were groups Citizens United, if they were Cooper cry against our terror. And so the Citizens United membership, the jobless, and applying for job for them, they dealing with it. Is it a zero? You think?
What kind of problem with us?
You think? And the country said that, and Cooper cry there, gave insinuation that I am against NIMBA. I confirm Cooper Cry to be Minister of Labor. He was not cool, man. The time I confirm. He was from NIMBA. I confirm Cooper Cry Toro first to be Deputy Minister of State at the mansion. She was not VAR. She was from NIMBA. When I confirm her. I confirm A.B. Koma to be DA boss. He was not Kisi. He's my dingo boy from where? NIMBA. When they remove A.B. Koma, they put Anthony Swore there. Anthony Swore was not crewman. Anthony Swore from where? NIMBA. I voted to confirm him. Yes. The current Minister of Postal Affairs, Sekou Kouman. What can they do? I voted for him. And without doing no vote in the Senate like before, I don't know that, we're voting on the record. Senator Taylor, the nominee, how do you vote? Yes or no? If we call it. So nobody had him running for the vote this time. Everybody got to clean, take responsibility. And all the deputy ministers and assistant ministers in the government, I confirm Wemo Pay to be Minister of Lands and Man. When they replace him, who they replace him by? Tingba. I voted for Tingba. Does somebody who is NIMBA people? Eh? But when I ask them how you doing the job, then I tell the time was beyond job, we have some 2 years for domestic death list. I will give you people. You ever heard someone to a job where you say you hate the you hate cool people because you're asking for domestic debt list? That domestic debt list I wanted for job where the government and was insisting on our own government. GSC audited it and saved the country $704 million from an application. GSC said we audited the domestic debt claim and we found out that 704 million claims being made for government to pay. They are unverified. Government should not pay. When I ask Cooper Cry, when you getting wet, when I look at Middle Steel and other places, look, gentlemen, let's just say, can you imagine how many foreign-owned business entity in the country, say the store or business entity in the country? Can you imagine the number? Who can guess the number? Let's just put a number to it. I want to say something. Eh? Okay, let's just take 1,000 stores across the country. Eh? Don't get no weapon made for store ball. Only the brim of this store ball. One store ball per store. How many jobs are there? And you see how to create jobs, eh? But if we get business registration to the businessman to open a store, and he's how to get store ball. And then we, the government, get weapon made for him to bring foreigners to be store ball. I will create a job for anybody else. And you know, each store got 2 or 3 store balls. So just imagine the low-hanging fruit job. Don't give no work permit for any store ball because store ball, as much as we don't intend to denigrate that vocation, it is something that almost anybody can do, man. Then you get work permit for it. You go to Moya. He can be graduate from electrical school, right? Then the Minister of Labor, whoever the minister is, gives work permit for electrician to be in the store and in the concession area. Kotombo never get job. No. You know the only job we have not sold as the government, not only the government, on our work permit, the only job we are not giving up that depriving you, Liberian for job, is the lawyering job, meaning lawyers. Because the law says only Liberians can practice law in Liberia. Is that law what out there? The government will come and give weapons made for people to be lawyers, foreigners to be lawyers in all these big companies. Going to law school in Liberia also were going to be useless. And then when we see us standing up, then you say we hate Nima? No. I love Nima. I love Liberia more. I love the people. That's why the people give up power to create an avenue for them to get jobs. It's not about county. It's not about county. It's not about which government. Thankfully, it is not the John Weah government that everybody knew our opposition in. It is my own government. Am I opposition to my own government? Look, my people. Every time leaders, especially political leaders, national leaders, always consider their next election as a priority, the country can change. The people's life can develop. But also people can be in office throughout. It's easy for me to put my money in the land business. Just start breaking the people's land down. Just start breaking the people's property down. It's easy. You know Douglas? You're the one for me. You're camping in the street. Or why are you taking my people from the street for? How do we live? And it's easy to make that statement to give favor. But Liberia cannot develop and will remain in office for being in office, but no system is changing in the country. I prefer to not be in office in a country where there's system and people can work and have the dignity than to be in office and then when the boy working and the believe will taking all the money, what do we can do? And then we don't want to can do. Then when they can do, then we say, oh, we decide who to give. And I don't care how you good, you can't get everybody. You can't get everybody every day. My people, let me tell you something. As I'm about to leave, the reason some of you, and not most of us, most of you don't see your public official because, especially lawmakers. Look, there are 3 branches of government with officials in the 3 branches. Lawmakers can give every day more than all the officials in the other branches of government. Whether for political reasons, whether for to make sure, or whether because we get who have to do it. Lawmakers can give more every day than any branch of government officials. But the lawmakers can take the blame for everything in the country. You don't understand. Somebody just go with me just now in the supermarket. Let me get only $10 in my pocket to go buy shaving stick. All the people that work in the supermarket want something. I go buy $10 shaving stick, I got to give more than $10 what I go spend. I know you can. Let me see some of you in the small shop like that. Playing in the hand, they say, no, you can pay for. Let me get you that. I'll get you that. Just take few steps behind me. Let me decide to take a stroll. Every 10 persons. Senator, what's up? Who get a guarantee every day? You go to one public occasion and the cultural troupe playing or the band playing and they beating the thing for you, the dancing, and you do nothing, they say that want me. When you take us money, you can say that they cut the money, they divide. They say, what do you want? What do you do? People suffering here, they divide, they cut the money. You go to church, so the pastor finish preaching, the pastor they will see the government official in the church, they will preach on corruption. So now you get up on that pulpit, then they come and do right, the pastor appreciation or because the government official. What can you all refuse say, we want your corrupt money, don't put that in. Your friend? Yes. Your friend getting married. You know, normally I tell people, you see, all of us here, maybe some people here should learn it if you are not doing that. Anytime God elevates you, don't have new friend or not new job. You have new colleague. There's a difference. Your friend, who you grew up with. You all ran around together, you all went to school, your kids, you all drew them, all that thing, you all get story, you all got feeding them. Anytime you in a new job, they put you meet them, they're not your friend, and your colleague. You maybe senator, I became senator, I met financial money, that's my friend, that's my colleague. My friend and the people who must say, go out together and begin. What are the social status all around that? My man, when I go together, he jump behind me. When you run, he jump over. Yeah, tell anything from my man, that's my friend, that's my colleague.
Yeah, I don't care remember.
The people you meet, they long life, ladder. So, you go to church, and you see, ain't see all the thing I talk, they're laughing when I'm talking. I'm also, they don't want to meet out Gary. They don't say they want to get paid. Can't watch it. All the thing I talk, that's all I want. So, that's some of the reason. 1 minute. Chief, you too angry, what happened? Wait. Hey, democracy, Kerala. You know what about me? I'm not afraid of telling you the truth. You disturb me. You exactly what you're doing now. The father, you responding that exactly. You add your question. You ask question for everybody. Ask one more question. The father, if you then you ask question, it means you acting like when God met the children of God, Satan was in the midst of the step. Don't maybe think you said that. Let's proceed. On the boat belt. No. The same brother. I think you were the one who said, I can see you here, eh? Yeah. Ain't see why you can see me here, eh? Thank you. Take a picture, yeah? Gentlemen, 1 minute. 1 minute, we'll take a question, yeah? And then I'll conclude. Thank you. So, I will conclude and I will leave. I will not get any privilege to ask me, you know why? Yeah. When you do it, another person will think that the way to do it. Yeah. I want to make the country indisciplined. Yeah. You leave your house, you leave children, and say, well, that's the step, and you can't also eat the step. Then you go home, you tell the child, what is the step, there's something wrong with you. Stop behind that way. On the board issue? And I'm afraid of lawmaker. People that can, we are black with them. So you get the step house now. Gentlemen, I say my chief, please leave us. Please leave us. Yeah? No.
Just Walker, beg you, please. Beg you.
Kwai, we will briefly, give us an in-depth discussion about this. Good morning, Chief, and welcome. Your name?
Good morning. Brother Prince Kwai, commonly known as Sweet Banana, the general youth president of Yigimba community.
You mean the youth president of Yigimba community?
Yeah. I spent 14 more years in the leadership in the community.
So I know how many quarters in Yigimba in the first place?
Currently, as we speak, Yigimba has 4 zones.
4 zones. All right, zone 1. So which one of the zone you currently, living in?
Oh, I live in zone 3 and zone 4 because they were have my horses.
Okay, so zone 3 and zone 4.
Yeah.
All right, so quickly, welcome. There is this information that we're trading all around yesterday. I mean, Yigimba community was indeed in the news, wherein it is alleged that, a fellow raped or chickens. All right, so just, bring us to speed as to how this happened.
Well, it is true that the kind of sad issue took place in my community.
You mean it is true that a fellow raped 2 chickens?
Yeah.
In Yigimba community?
Yeah, the information is true.
The information is true?
Yeah.
All right, so what happened?
Well, I would say unfortunately for one of my youths of the community, he was involved in alcohol, drinking, smoking. He was involved in kind of attitude. So, unfortunately for him, after he had taken all the things, he was able to do such a thing to the chicken.
So, this person who allegedly raped the chicken from Yigimba community.
Yeah.
He lived in a community.
He hailed from Guan, the slow Guan.
Yeah. That district 7.
District 8.
District number 8, right?
Yeah. He
Okay.
hailed from the slow Guan, and he came to his aunt called Gracious Bede CKA Punwale in the community.
So now, can we know the person, his name? His name?
His name is Perisin Bede.
Perisin Bede.
Yeah, Perisin Bede from Guan.
Perisin Bede from Guan, district number 8, Nimba County.
Yeah.
So now, when the incident took place?
Where it happened a days ago.
Meaning yesterday.
Day before yesterday, because it happened
on a Saturday.
Yeah, in the Saturday morning. According to the aunt that connected me in the whole issue, the chicken in question was given to her by one Mr. Wayenga, who is the
ORC for.
Yeah, who is the ORC in Kanwi
Clinic.
He gave her the chicken to raise it. So there's the boy first of it come.
You mean he been carry on such act in the community?
Yeah. This is how it happened.
Okay.
The boy, anytime he sleeps in the house, chicken always die there.
Anytime he sleeps in the house.
In the house. Then he answer, "Oh, Percy, what is the problem? When we are here, our chicken here die. But anytime he sleeps in our house, 2-1 will die. What is going on?" And now when it happened a day, for that they thought that chicken sickness are trying to come and be destroying the chicken there. Then they will consider it as that kind of way, and they will cook it and eat it. Like what been happening?
Also, meaning when chicken die each time they will complain, but to then a chicken sickness they will just cook and eat it.
Cook and eat it. All of them will eat it. Okay. But for that one, when God ready for a thing to expose you, nothing can stop it.
Okay.
The boy in the morning.
Yesterday now.
Yes.
Okay.
In the morning after 3-4 like that, when you were ready for the chicken used to run away. So then they said, "What is?"
So mean at night when you're ready to carry on and out, the chicken will always run away.
It will run away, be talking, disturbing the horse.
Okay.
Then the aunt said, "What is happening?" So she wanted to grab the ball. Each time when she opened the door, when the ball hear the door sound, you go in a bedroom.
Okay.
And the chicken that were in the piazza. Clearly, what she did was, same when I opened the door, the bug I noticed it and run in his room. What I will do, I will leave my door open and bring the curtain down.
Okay, so many after they had been, you know, on a daily basis, I can occur or money basis, with anytime they got in the house.
Yes.
So now the woman want to know exactly what happening now. So she tried to, you know, set trap.
Good.
Okay.
So that morning, she opened the door and left it open and brought the curtain down. So when the ball ready and when she grabbed the chicken, one of the chicken, Gracious room.
Okay.
What is happening continually? So the door left open. When the ball ready and grab a chicken, one of the chickens in the piazza, she just rushed there.
That was Saturday night and you doing that Saturday night?
Yes.
Okay.
She just rushed there. Said, Parenting, why should you behave like this? Why you can't live for blessing? Now you can't tell me to my chicken.
Oh, so many because we were told that 2 chickens.
Yeah.
So after the first operation, he decided to go for the second one.
Yeah.
Okay, so the second one now
Now the second one left here.
Okay.
And you were caught.
Okay.
Then the answer, Parenting, why should you behave like this? Why should you behave like this? I think they drink to my chicken and they die, yes, and now we're done. Order for eating. So for us, this thing will not be seen by I alone. What I will do, I will have somebody invited.
Okay.
So she did it clearly. She invited somebody. The person came. Say, what I'm looking at, I can't look at it.
Okay. So all the things we saying now was done Saturday now. Like they're doing it.
Yeah, in the morning, after 3, 4 that.
After 3, 4.
Yeah, in the morning.
Oh, in the morning. Okay.
So after you are happy, say, man, can you look at this? Definitely a little describe it here. As somebody tempted with the chicken.
Okay.
You see how the whole bag open it because the boy he destroyed the chicken.
Okay.
So right there, first he wanted to deny it, but after he pissed off the split over and over now, he himself was so the only thing I know, last night I was alcohol, I was too drunk, and I want to know about.
So many after the community people come up, after his sister, because after he not come to the community attention here, right? So he tried to say that he was in alcohol and then he was drunk.
Yes.
They just used that when he was drunk, so he didn't know what he was doing, so that all he can recall.
That all he was saying towards the issue.
Okay.
Then after the resting.
Okay, so now in the morning, he came to the attention of the entire community.
Yeah, one Mr. Wayne guy who connected me said, Chief, there's the boy there who raped my chicken.
Okay.
I will never go and have him arrested. Okay. After I done it, I said, well, they cannot remain here. A better going to send the boy to the proper person.
Okay.
We did it, went to the police station. Bonwale, who is the arm to the brother, when she came to the police station, she said, oh, I thought the boy did it.
So wait, we have our followers are following.
Yes.
So that after the boy in question and have come to explain everything, he have come to the community attention now.
Yeah.
The community decide to call the police or to take him to the police station. Why you guys?
We took him to the police station.
Okay, so the community themselves took the guy now to the police station.
Yeah.
All right.
So after we are going there, she will call upon
the Anna.
Yeah. To explain, and she briefly explained that yeah, the boy is the doer of the act. But she was afraid to be the complaint of the issue.
Okay, so after she called the community attention first, and then the community have decided now to take the case to the law.
Yeah.
And after going to the police station now, she explained to the police people, right?
Clear.
But after she explained now, she refused to take, charge of being the complainant.
Oh, to be the complainant.
Okay.
Then the police people asked her, saying the case of these chickens.
Okay.
Then she said, like Mr. Wayne guy who gave me the thing to raise it.
Okay.
He connected the youth president to have the boy arrested. So he the complainant.
Okay.
Then the police people told her, Wayne is not the one that raising the chicken. Wayne gave you the chicken, you raising the chicken. You know what all happened about the chicken. She swears that she can't be the complainant. Then the police people said, if there is no complainant, no need to embarrass the boy.
Okay. Okay.
We will let the boy go because there is no complainant for the boy, for here the boy to judge the case.
Okay.
Transpire yesterday.
Yeah, so because yesterday we saw, citizens gathered before the Sagri police station, but exactly we don't know what was happening. So after everything, you carry the ball, the community carry the ball, because not individual carrying the community, together carry this guy. After they carry the guy, the Nana called the community, refused to take charge of being a complainant, and the owner of the chicken which Mr. Wayenga also refused to take charge of being a complainant. So the police also decided to throw the case out because there is no complaint, because case don't have complaint in it. Let's know now what the complaint, because we saw certain video too that came out that we saw complaint people sitting together, labor in question. We have one woman also explaining in manner. I don't know if it was complaint settlement or what.
Oh, thank you so much. After I being informed as the general youth president of the community, for the boy to be arrested, I went to the place where the thing happened. Okay. I said, since there's the case, let's go to the general youth office to understand what transpired before we can go to the higher authority. Okay. So that there where you saw the citizens and us over there. And the lady in question I was explaining, right?
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on location where you are joining us from this time. We'd like to say welcome to BKS TV and welcome to the HITAL program here on BKS TV. On the HITAL, we say dialogue and not confrontation. We say words and not bullet. Today is the second day of the term of AD 2025, and today is a beautiful day. Today is a wonderful, AD 2026, not 2025. I keep carrying us back to 2025. Today is a wonderful day, and today is a really, really great day. In tonight's edition of the show, we'll be discussing a really, really important topic. Today, the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, a former National Fisheries Aquaculture Authority Director General Ama Miata Glasgow of allegation linked to the World Bank funded Liberia Sustainable Management of Fisheries Project. Now, for those of you who don't know, I want to take you back. Some part of 2025, in February 2025, the LACC launched an investigation into Emma Glasgow about an allegation that she misused the World Bank money that was given for the national fishery authorities in Liberia. Now, the money was estimated around $800,000. So after investigation by the LACC, they finally cleared Glasgow today of not being, held accountable for any corruption-related issues as per that complaint. So she's finally free from that. Now, a lot of questions in my mind, a whole lot of things to discuss on this issue, but the panelists are here. I'm going to bring them on. Representative Eugene J.M. Colley donates medical supplies to the Phoebe Hospital in Bangabong County. That's an update from there too as well. France supports Liberia new health governance reform. That's from the Ministry of Health too. And the Liberia National Police have denied chicken abuse claims. Say the Nima suspect arrested for theft as conflicting accounts emerge. So the video we were just playing, the Liberia National Police have done their preliminary investigation and they determined that there were no abuse to any animal, but the guy who was arrested on the allegations of theft and not abuse of animal. In another dramatic scene too, the Supreme Court of Liberia has freezed the Capital Arson trial after Kofa and others challenge the judge's jury decision. According to Kofa and other people, they said the sudden stop after the judge just put a block. Judge Roosevelt, he said, will he put a block from disbanding the jury? In this case, they took a petition to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court has put a freeze on the Capital Arson until further investigation is done on the judge character too as well. And that's it. The head of the Special Presidential Committee, Brian Samuka, says the Yellow Machines Initiative will create 1,342 jobs nationwide. He explained that each of the Liberia's 15 counties will employ around 63 operators and assistants with recruitment prioritizing local residents. The program aims to boost rural rehabilitation while expanding employment opportunities across Liberia. Mr. Sam Saros Palier is here. I think I just saw Madame Lorena Don't Care in the back, but I think she dropped. Sam, good evening and welcome to the show this evening. How you doing, Chief?
Yes, Junior, it's great to be back. I am doing wonderful. It is about 3:40 on my time, and it's pretty a little bit sunny here today. There have been a lot of development from Liberia. I've been reading some on Facebook, but overall, I am doing good and here ready to chit chat with our people, our listeners, and viewers around the globe.
Thank you and welcome to the show this evening, Mr. Sam. Madam Lorena Don't Care, good evening and welcome to the show this evening. How you doing, ma'am?
Good evening. I'm good. And you?
I'm doing wonderful. It's been a long time. How is it? Welcome to the show this evening. Let's hear you what's on your mind.
Thank you, and good evening to our listeners and followers. Good evening to Sam. Really, what's on my mind has to do with the arrival of the yellow machine. As you know, Sunday of this year, the first batch arrived. Which kind of like arrived earlier than expected, because they are announced that it was going to arrive sometime like the early part of March, but it did actually arrive before then, before in March. So it's a good thing for us health worker. We think it's a good initiative because the opening of roads or making the roads accessible is not only about improving our economic gain, it's also about making our health facility accessible to our communities, making sure that ambulances can fly from one end to another, making sure that our pregnant woman, if she's in one community and she needs an ambulance, they are able to send ambulance from Campley to that community that she can come and reach a facility safely to seek care. So we are happy for that, and we hope that those concerned, those who were appointed to work and to manage the yellow machine, will actually do the job outside of politics, and every community benefit as needed by the county administration, so that our roads can be, our vaccine can go to facilities on time. Our pregnant women are not stuck across the river, so I'm just happy for that. Basically, that's all on my mind.
Thank you. I mean, all of us have the yellow machine on our minds, and we are grateful for the yellow machine being in the country. We hope and pray that all of the farm to market roads will be perfectly paved. For me, my only concern is that we are very old for the rehabilitation of roads. Dusty road, we rehabilitate them. Rainy season comes, it go back to the same condition. I hope and pray that most of these roads will be paved with quota across the country. And I'm very grateful to the government. And I think this is what we've needed since 1822. And having it now in 2026 is never late. I mean, it's better late than never. So we appreciate the government for that. We look forward to the operation of those machines across the country. And I listened to Brandon Samoka. He said that machine is going to create jobs across the country. He gave us show jobs for the 15 counties. He said 64 operators in the 15 counties will be employed. Now, despite the operators, they will also need assistance. Remember, when roads are being paved, you need flag boy, you need flag girl. All of those people will be employed, and that's a really great opportunity for our people too as well. And I really appreciate that. Mr. Sam, welcome. For me, what's on my mind this evening, basically, my attention has been drawn to the many rape cases across the country, with NIMA reporting a lot of rape cases in the past February and this month. I think it's concerning, it's alarming. I don't know what is going on, but I am calling on the Ministry of Gender to see how best they can create more awareness in these rural counties. Instead of them just sitting in Monrovia, the activities are now felt across the country. The minister is always in Monrovia. I would say that the deputies are always in Monrovia. But the major issues are taking place in the rural counties. Counties like Nima and other places report those terrible information on a daily basis. And I'm told that youth across the country will be marching in solidarity of young people that have been raped or sodomized in the country on the 15th of this month. And I stand with those young people. I, Junior Payne, I say no to rape, no to sodomization, and no to any other child abuse, child labor, and the rest of that. I say no to it. Because Sam, even though you said what on your mind, but you got anything to say about this yellow machine thing before we move on?
Well, Junior, I don't have a whole lot to say about the Yellow Machine. Like I always said, it's a good opportunity for the people of Liberia. It has been for too long that Liberia has not gone anywhere. So having some earth moving machine in the country to make sure that they open roads from Gbebona to Gbevonwe, from Gbevonwe to Gbekwega play, to Gbego play, Bear play, Ga play, Bonwie, Seklepi, Bang, all over Nimba County. If I don't mention that town, then it means I don't know somewhere. But it's good, Junior. The only thing, like we all saying, is that it should be politics free. Let it be used for the internal purpose or purposes. Because if when it comes to some using the word dispersing project, when people are contacting people to come and take it and carry it to their district for personal gain, then it becomes a problem. I think it shouldn't be that way. I hope and pray. I got confidence in Brian Samunka. He's a great guy. He led the defense ministry very successfully in his tenure, and he produced a professional military for our country that they are respected today in our country. And I have a confidence in him that he will push the ideology of making Liberia better first, then then politics. Yes, even though our country is charged with politics, but I think Samunka will do well.
Thank you, Sam. You just raised a very important issue. I don't know of the other counties, but Nima have had her own yellow machine before. And the management of that yellow machine was categorized with politics. And up till now, I would say that was waste of resources because the machines were not in use. Many of them got spoiled very quickly. So I want to side with you on that, but I also want to ask you this question. Liberia is a democratic state. People have their own feelings about how democracy is. I follow instances where developments go to certain places, and other people who believe that they are opposition, they will oppose those kind of development. What do you have to say to the many people that are listening to us right now? Maybe somebody listening to us where in Mutu might believe that I'm an opposition. So if this machine comes in its place, I will not give chance for it to work. Therefore, I will stop the operation of the machine. What could be your message to the general public? I mean, across the country, there are people still with those kind of mentality that since this is not under my government regime, it shouldn't be better with this government, and we have to put chaos in them.
But Junior, first of all, politics is not a stupidity. Okay, politics is quite different from stupidity. Now, someone thinks that because the earth moving machine is coming to my district to open rules, so because of that, I am not. Since I'm in different party, I'll be opposition to that. That person is for with stupidity. Okay. Because politics is about policy difference. But when it comes to Liberia, since you said it right here, since 1832, we want to see a greater Liberia. We want to see Liberia that people compare to Dubai, people compare to Ghana. want to see Liberia that people are comparing, will compare it to other countries that are undergoing development at this point. But for someone to say, because I'm not a unity partisan, so I will not see good rule coming to my home, I consider that person maybe bring something wrong with his brain, and we'll pray for that person to go and sin no more. But at this point in time, I believe almost every Liberian believes in development, and they will welcome the development. When it comes to politics tomorrow in 2029, we'll share our differences. Why is it better for all to vote for our candidate instead of pushing back on development? So I think people will pray that those kind of people change their mind and to go and sin no more.
Go and sin no more. If you're having those kind of mentality or thinking that you want to do this, you should go and sin no more. Now, Lorena, let's hear you on this. What is your message to those people who having the mentality that because I'm in opposition, this machine shouldn't work in my town, it shouldn't work in my district. If it works here, it means my government or my party will be losing its relevance in the area. So we'll make sure that we will do all it takes not for the machine to work. What is your message to them?
Yeah, so for me, I really don't have message for people in that category, but I have message for people for the various county administration, because according to what I heard from Honorable Samuka last night on Spoon, is that the various county administration was okay. We want to go face the road in TK play, and so then they sent the national level will provide a fuel, the everything, and that machine, all the machines will move in that direction. So my only thing to the committee, the county administrations, the 15 county and then the national management team, is that the movement of the machine should be outside of politics, because the lady living across the river there, she is a Liberian, and Liberians deserve, paved, if not paved road, pliable road. Liberians deserve that if they want vaccine to come to that clinic, it should not be obstructed because there is a bridge that the motorbike cannot easily cross. So every Liberian deserves a better road. Every Liberian deserves to reach to the clinic on time when they want to come to the clinic. So I would just say to the national team and to the various county administrations that outside of politics, oh, this man, he's not supporting us, so we're not going to send a machine there. You are not affecting that man. You are only harming your own citizens. So that would be my appeal to the various county administrations and the national team, that regardless of who is in that district as lawmaker, the machine should go there when it is needed to go there and work. Because the people on the other side where the machine is working, they are Liberians. They are, when you talk about development, we are not looking at political party. We are looking at people as a citizen of a nation, not partisans. That's what I would say to them.
Thank you. I think you put it the other way. We're focusing on one side, but you also carry it to the other side, which is really great, because there are other people in government, in other counties. I know they would do that. People will say this particular district or town, they didn't vote for this administration. They've been very critical on this administration. Therefore, we will not go there with a machine to work in their interest. That would be wrong, or any other county administration part to do so. Now, this is the issue for tonight. The Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission today, I think earlier on today, released or cleared the former National Fisheries Aquaculture Authority Director, Emma Miate Galasco, of all allegations linked to the World Bank funded Liberia Sustainable Management of Fisheries Project. Now, if you can recall, this investigation started since February of 2025. So nearly 1 year, the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission took to investigate Emma Galasco. And they have cleared her today. This means that her suspension by by President Joseph Imam Boaka in February 2025, which sparked a national debate. Now that they have cleared her of all of these charges or the allegation, will the president re-elect her to her position? That's my first question. My second question is the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission going after everybody, meaning those in government and those in opposition? Are they going after them? Why is it that the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission is not going after ordinary citizens, those who be business people that claim to be business people building all of the mansions? Where are they getting the money from? Why is it that the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission is not going after them? What is still holding the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission back from investigating the FOIA project to know the source of income of that project? That's my question to all of us here tonight, and I want us to have a really, really interactive conversation on it. And I will start with you, Mana Lorena.
So, Junior, there are some things that I wouldn't say it the way I feel it is like, or the way I view it, because I find myself not actually into politics now, ready to that. I mean, like, so, but if the LSCC in its own judgment and think Emma was clear of every corruption, that's fine. I mean, these are anti-graft institutions in our country, the LSCC, the GSC, that we look up to. They are like the final, how do I say it? They are like almost like the Supreme Court. They gave the final verdict in any situation of corruption. So if LSCC says she's clear, she's clear. So who am I to say she's not clear? You know, I saw a lot of debate today on Facebook. People say, oh, they did a lot of strings holding behind the curtain to make sure they clear and rather. I don't want to go into that. But all I know that LSCC will depend on them as a country, as a nation, that if people are accused of stealing our money, to make sure to find out, to investigate, to say, oh yes, the person stole, oh no, the person did not see. And so if they come up with a verdict and say the person actually is clear, then in my mind, the person is clear, because what if I said no, the person is not clear? What if tomorrow they come on and say somebody is also indicted? So should I also say, oh yeah, that's true? You know, so the thing about law, it shouldn't always be in our favor. We should just trust the system. That's what I think. So if everything says she's clear, then she's clear.
So my question now is, will the president reappoint her back to her position because she was suspended?
So the president could reappoint her, and maybe she could also decide to take it on another level because she was suspended for this reason, and LSCC has proven that, oh no, it was wrong allegation, it was false, and blah blah blah. So maybe she could decide to take a lawsuit, or maybe they will because as a whole they play is a tenure position. So then maybe they will have to pay her the number of years left to complete her tenure. Somebody said last Saturday was the time her tenure was expired. So which means was like 12 months or 11 months that she was out of job, for under that suspension. So the government will have to do the right thing to pay her for the 11 months. That's all, because it's a tenure position. So it would be kind of complicated to say or to do if it was just a regular appointment, like, okay, Ministry of Labor, Ministry of Justice, Ministry of Finance. It would be a complicated thing. But for a tenure position, they just have to pay her for the number of months that she was out, and now that LSCC that would depend on to say, yeah, the person stole, oh no, the person did not see. So they just have to pay her. That's what I think.
So now, where did the allegation come from before? Because people have turned Emma's suspension as political suspension. And now that she has been cleared by the LSCC of not being involved with any corruption, do you think the theory before that the suspension was based on political reason, do you think it is confirmed in that direction?
Okay, so the board was the one that recommended to the president that she be suspended according to what was posted on e-motion. So okay,
Mhm.
so if you're in a team position, you also have to stay away from active politics. So Emma was also seen wearing, the campaign material of the opposition CDC. At the time they were the ruling party, so she was also see she made a lot of videos and this and a lot of stuff. So she got two things that she was suspended for, I think. So after,
Mhm.
because in her tenure position, you're not supposed to be in active campaign, and she was involved in it. So even if you want to claim that, oh, LCC has claimed, so I must be paid for the 11 months, they also have another side of her with videos that we also on Facebook that she was actively campaigning, and she shouldn't have done that as a person serving in training position. So it was a board who recommended that.
Great. Now, my last question to you before we go to Sam on the first round of this discussion is that why is it that the LACC is not going after ordinary citizens? Madam Lorena, I want you to get my point here. The LACC jurisdiction does not stop only to government officials. There are people who say they're doing businesses in Liberia, and if you see the property these people have, nobody know where they're getting the money from. I mean, you're doing business is clear, but there are certain property that you will have. And I believe that the LACC, the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, needs to investigate where you get the money from. But they're not doing it. And many of these people, they will go into politics. When they go in politics now, you hear them saying, I had my money before politics. I built my properties before I became elected. Number one example I could say here tonight is Yaka Koluba. Yaka got properties across Montserrat and other places, including Ghana and other places. Now, when Yaka appeared on Spawn TV, he made it clarity that he got those money from business. He got it before he entered politics. My question now is, why is the LACC not going after ordinary citizens? People that are building mansion, you see them, they say, I get this business center. After 2, 3 more, they start constructing real decent mansion. Why is it that LACC not going after them?
So I'm not sure if LSCC is in the business of looking for case here and there to start an investigation. I'm not certain about that. So I would say maybe that could be the reason, because ordinary citizens, like I am selling my ice cream and be able to then I buy a car. It kind of like funny to say, but how many dollars she getting from every sale that she's buying a car that worth 25,000, she building this or she doing this. But because the community people or people just of concern are not taking my complaint to LSCC, so LSCC is not investigating me. Unlike the government official, they are often recommended, is often suggested by the president for investigation. Or sometimes when GSC and if GSC does an audit and then somebody is found liable and then LACC comes in to prosecute. So unless the ordinary citizen, people are not carrying a complaint to say, oh, my neighbor is only selling uh, maybe ice cream, or maybe he have a drinking spot, but he rides a $45,000 car. He's building a horse that could worth more than 100,000. Maybe because those complaints are now going to LACC, so that's why they are now investigating to the life of private individual lifestyle audit to make sure what you put in or what you have a car, you ride, a house, you building actually worth your income. So maybe that could be the reason.
So
That's what I would think.
do you think they need to start going after ordinary citizens? Because many of these people will claim, quote unquote, that they got their money before politics, they enter in politics, at which time they have built their properties. Do you think it's better to go after these people while they are not in politics? For example, take 1 or 2 cases, investigate them, prosecute those cases of ordinary citizens, and set a kind of precedent or deterrence for the other people who are thinking they can get money from somewhere and just build any other property. Nobody know who is giving them this money. An example is the Claude Marie Ho Foundation, the Claude We Have Foundation. That foundation, nobody know where the money came from, but There are claims that they got some of that money before President Weah became elected. Some of them came from donors and all of that. But the case is still in court. This is my only concern. Can we prevent this now before it gets overhand and we start to prosecute them? Do you think LACC needs to go above her boundary now? Instead of waiting for a complaint, they should go after the complaints.
Yes, so you also have to look at the act that created LACC. What did the act say, or what is the act say? What they can do and what they cannot do. That's one. And number two, Gio, all over the country, all of our sectors have links, but head of institutions, they are not making use, or they are not leveraging that the link of with the different sector. For example, justice ministry, you see a man who sells just screaming a wheelbarrow and stuff like that. If you count the whole good, it will not reach to 2,000 US. But that man, he lives in your house, it's worth more than $50,000. Okay, so Dr. Music will ask for lifestyle audit for that man, and then if they find out that something is suspicious about him, they could take over to LACC. So our sectors, our various sectors, if they can just coordinate their activities, things will be fine for us. So in other developing countries, that's what people do. Sectors are not just independent, So for example, in the health sector, if you have the health ministry, it is coordinating well with the Ministry of Local Government, formerly the Ministry of Internal Affairs. You will see that at the community level, when the grass is grown at the clinic, the community structures that are linked with the health facility, but they are actually on a local government, they will come and brush the compound to make sure the place is clean and neat. But it's just a matter of people using the linkages between they and other sector or other ministries. It is not happening. So if that was happening, for example, LDA, for example, should have a link with LACC. If you see a man who is just selling DK, but he drives a $20,000 car, he lives in a house that worth $100,000, LDA should be concerned and go to LACC window, please check this person. But people are not taking advantage of the connection they have with other agencies. So because of that, we are where we are. But we hope that people, as we continue to talk these things, people will start to make advantage of their linkages with other ministry, collaborate with them, with other sector. Because once you collaborate, there are some things you don't even need to spend money to do because of collaboration. That's what I would say.
Thank you very much. Mr. Sam, let me come to you. What's your take on this issue? You are muted, Chief.
Well, Junior, I listened to the conversation between you and Lorena. It's good question, good answer. But Junior, it is great to be in a country where sometimes people believe in a lot of things, but democracy call for independent investigation when it comes to criminal justice system. You go for the case for those guys to be set free. I believe LACC had done a job properly, and they find no criminal offense, and the folks were accused. Our law say you you are innocent until pleading guilty. But at this point, those folks are being set free because there were no corruption found in the system. There was no wrongdoing. Let me say it that way. So it's a good thing for our country. Sometimes it's a country when people see you doing something. Once in government, even somewhere when you're prospering, people might think that everything you do is corruption. There are certain people in the country might be serving the country in the right direction, but because we are in a country where it's polarized with politics, if they see you doing well, they might think that you are stealing money. But who am I here? And when LACC that we depend on say there was no wrongdoing in the case. As for the the idea of giving that job back to them if the government deemed necessary. Since it's a tenant position, there are two things that they could do. The government is not comfortable working with those folks. They could pay them off and say, you know what, we'll pay you off, and you go and serve your country at some point in time. Or they could bring them back if they still have the time, because the tenant position, I don't know what time it was due to expire. So yeah, if it's expired, the time that it was suspended for, since there was no wrongdoing, the government could pay then by pay. That's how democracy work in a free society like ours. So if you accuse somebody a suspended person, you do investigation and there's no wrongdoing, pay the person what the person deserves.
Thank you very much. I think we all have the same point here. Now, this is the question I asked Madam Lorena. I also want to ask you: do you think why is it that the LACC have not investigated the FOIA project, the most talked about project in the country? Why do you think so?
So, Junior, LACC will not just get on and go be investigating structure, the steel structure on the ground, and just start investigating the structure. LACC, I think there should be a job description for them. The government has said over and over that the FOIA project is for the Mana River Union. Yes, we might disagree with them. They are in leadership until we can sense that whatever they're doing is a corruption, then LACC will have the responsibility to investigate. But the government had told us point blank that this project is for Mana River Union. Now the question is, question that most people have asked is where the money comes from. Well,
this is where LACC is supposed to come in, Chief.
Well, no, the thing is, the government is telling you that the money was pre-financed. The rebuilding was pre-financed by the Liberian government. The only thing that I see it maybe they say it didn't go through the proper procedure, passing the House of Legislature. So the money was taken and then they went there and did the work. So that's not corruption. Maybe it is considered as missteps in governing process or process.
No, that's corruption. That's corruption.
Listen now.
No, that's no.
Hold on.
I will not agree with you.
Corruption. Listen now. There is something we call missteps in governing, and there is corruption. What is actually a corruption? When you take there are too much a definition of corruption, but let's narrow it down to this specific building.
Yes.
When the government takes the money, if the government will take this money and use it for their own project and not link with certain entity, then we will say yes, and the money was used for their own personal gain. That's different. The government took the money and said they use it for the building for Mana River Union to have a meeting, maybe conference over there. So it's not a corruption. What had happened there is procurement process. The bill, the money should have passed through the House of Legislature, so that maybe it could, so they can do some more addition or subtraction. I think that was not done. I'm not sure. I think that was not done, but it's not corruption. What could that mean is missteps in governing process, not following directly what it should have been done. But that's not corruption. Missteps in government process, governing procedure is not a corruption. It's not. It's not used for personal gain.
Here is it though. Here is my take. Right. The project, we've not determined whether the project is a government-owned project. That project was speculated that even the president said he didn't know about the project at first. People came on to say it was a presidential lodge, and people said it was for the Mano River Union, which is the region, the ECOWAS Parliament, to be having their meetings there. Now, the description of the project given, it does not in any way link with the region. It does not in any way link with them. Why do I think this is corruption? Corruption is using a money that was intended for a certain purpose and putting it behind a certain purpose, even if it is not a personal project. What if that money was budgeted for the Ministry of Health and that money was transferred to the building of that project? That's corruption. That's corruption. Corruption does not mean you take the money for your personal gain. If you use the money for different purpose instead of the purpose that it was intended for, then it becomes corruption. Now, by the money itself not passing through the proper channel, we don't even know where this money comes from because it was not budgeted for. All of the money that is spent in the country, they are budgeted for. But this money was not budgeted for. We don't know where it's coming from. Even the figures out there of 10 million, nobody knows whether it is actually 10 million for that project. We don't know who are those people that are contracting that project. We don't know the contractors. We don't know whether there was a bid. According to our law in Liberia, any money that I see certain figures for someone to do a project for those money, there should be a public bidding. We don't know whether there was a bid done. So for me, I want to call on the LACC. I think there are certain places.
So, General, let me interject here. It's not LACC position to go investigate. So
let me
finish, Chief. Who could do this? The House of Parliament legislature that we call in Liberia, they have the right to summon those people who initiated the project in FOIA. The House had the right to summon who I think is what do you call it, the guy who close to the president. What's it something called?
The Minister of State for Presidential Affairs.
The Minister of State. I think the money came from somewhere in between there. So the House supposed to call them and say, you know what, we want to know where this money came from and how this project was initiated. So that's not LACC area to go investigate. Those folks they got a right to have those folks explain to the Liberian people how this money get there, how the project get there, and where the money came from. That's the way. So the House of Legislation and stuff, they have the right to do those things.
Thank you. I agree with you, but again, the LACC is the direct investigator for every corruption-related cases in the country.
But those who have not been accused of corruption.
I come in, Chief. When it comes to asset, every asset issue in the country is in the purview or the power of the LACC. Now, the LACC is an autonomous agency. They work on their own. They do not work according to the will and pleasure of the government. They are independent people, void of politics. Now, if the legislature is calling the president, the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, now you will see politics will start to play in it. But LACC going to do her own independent investigation. It is in the interest of the Liberian people, and LACC investigation will be more brilliant than even the lawmakers calling, because when the lawmaker call, you will see the opposition will be saying no, the opposition will be saying yes, and it will be a conflicting thing. But we have an autonomous agency that is charged with the responsibility. What I do not know is that whether they wait for people to carry cases to them or they go on to investigate their own cases. That's the only thing I don't know about the LACC for now. But I believe that they could have been the best person, and they are still the best people or the best agency to investigate that project, get to know the source, and get to know who are the contractors. What is the project intended for? How can we declare this project? Is it for the government of Liberia? Is it for the ECOWAS, or who do we go to? How do we declare this particular asset of our country is built in our country? How was the selection of that place done? FOIA. These are questions that I think the LACC should have based their investigation on. And we're still looking up to the LACC because they are independent, they are autonomous, they don't work for anyone, they work for the Liberian people.
But Junior, let me say this. One, where you're confusing things here is that look at it had not come to the place where LACC will get involved. So let's say this. You see,
how will you say that? The public, there have been a lot of public outcry. People have been complaining about this project.
Yeah,
I don't know which stage do you want us to restore first before LACC goes.
So because public crying, it does not mean that
LACC goes in on allegation. I come in and chief. LACC do not go in on facts; they go in on allegation. If the allegation is established that this project is the funds that were procured, it came on maybe from the ECOWAS Parliament or it came from the government of Liberia, LACC has the right to go in. We have cried, we the public, we've cried that we need LACC to go in, but LACC is not going in. What are we waiting for?
So, Junior,
if to say the allegation was against some kind of government official that is not in power again, even though the allegation is not established that it is corruption, but LACC will go in to investigate to determine whether or not this is corruption. But in this case, there have been allegations, not just one, not just two, but a couple of allegations. Do you know that that project was classified by more than 3 to 4 government officials, top government officials, that said, according to the Minister of Information, he said it was a presidential lodge. Other people say it was an ECOWAS project, and people even wrote the ECOWAS Parliament to respond to that. The ECOWAS Parliament said they will respond to it in a due course. They haven't responded.
So, Junior, it has not reached, LACC carries on what we call criminal investigation on corruption. It has not reached to a point where LACC will get involved. Just because the public outcry does not mean that LACC just got to go and get involved into investigation. So understand that this is.
So when does LACC, whatever the name is, when do they get involved?
Okay, and I will explain to you here. Let me finish that particular one. I'll come to you.
Sorry about cutting you off there. Welcome to the show, my BCs, the BCs that abandoned us. But we'll talk about one after something making a point.
So you know what you're saying is like saying, okay, let's say for example, since everybody is corrupt, then people say, then LACC just go there and say, oh, saying they say you're corrupt, I came to investigate you. LACC is intruding into my privacy because people say the criminal justice system does not work on people say. Okay, there should be a proper channel that LACC can be involved into investigation. So let's say taxation. You got revenue, how do you call it, Liberian Revenue Authority. Those people can also spike any investigation. If you, for example, if you have your building in Liberia and you're not paying taxes, something is wrong.
No, saying you're getting anything wrong too.
I'm coming. I'm telling you now. I'm coming because criminal investigation doesn't count because someone say Junior is corrupt. You just go there to investigate Junior.
So how is the LACC investigating the other people then now?
Who other people?
Galasco was just clear off. How was she accused? It was the board of directors that accused her of corruption. Okay, they said the money that was they said the money that was given by the World Bank to build the headquarters of the National Agricultural Fisheries Authority, she didn't build it. In fact, the money that she used on that project was little.
But let me make the case.
But let me finish my point, guys. Give me the opportunity to finish my point.
But the reason why I don't want you to finish your point is this answer I'm about to give to you. It will help answer everything. We need to know the function of the LACC.
Great.
What they do, what are they supposed to do. So when we know the function, then we'll be able to answer based on facts.
Their name is Liberian Anti-Corruption Commission.
Yeah, I got their function here. I want to read it to you.
Okay, go ahead.
So The main function of the LSCC, one,
Mm-hmm.
is to investigate corruption cases.
Great.
Exactly.
Right? And then these cases include investigation of allegation of corruption involving public official and government institutions.
Great.
Okay.
Right? So what that means is you don't have to wait for them to bring case to you before you go investigate. Right? And then they handle cases such as bribery, embezzlement, abuse of office, and misuse of public funds.
Okay.
So there has been clear allegation against this government. This project has been under scrutiny. The whole country knows about it. Everyone has been asking about it. So there's no need for someone to come to you and say, LSCC, go do it. It's already out there. So their function is to go make sure and go start investigating because it's already out there.
So what you read there, CEO, what is left out for the public hearing is allegation of corruption. How the allegation is made before someone is LCC will have to go.
No, but same the same allegation. Anybody can make allegation.
Anybody can make allegation.
Once they hear the allegation, they go to investigate.
So for this project, let me say this now. For this project, Liberian people say is worth 10 million. And the government said, first of all, they said is Joseph Boakai project. Okay? And the government came out and said to the Liberian people, this is not Joseph Boakai project. It's a Manang River Union. Liberia pre-financed the money, the budget for the building or for the project. And then they're saying that because the money didn't pass through the legislature, so that's the reason why. The only thing that we can say here is that the legislature has the right, the authority to invite the Ministry of what do you call it? Ministry of what thing? Junior, help me with those.
Ministry of State for Presidential.
Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs. They supposed invite Ministry of State if they took the money, they supposed to invite the Ministry of Presidential Affairs to go to the House and answer questions. The Senate can do that. The House can do that. But LECC will not just get in and say, okay, Ministry of State, they say, okay, the money you build the project with is not from you. We came to investigate you. It had not reached to that level. Let's take, for example, the crowd where Hope, that building, Assets Recovery has been investigating Crowdware because all the buildings that the construction, all the buildings that they are out of the pictures now, but they have a sense of reasonable suspicion that these monies are not Crowdware, from the government, and how they get this kind of money, massive money to build this Hope Foundation, whatever they call it. Okay, that's why you see Asset Recovery going all over the place in Liberia to do investigation. But LECC cannot just go and say, oh, because they say government, Ministry of State, because they say the Liberian people say it's 10 million, we should come in here and investigate. The House of Representative job is what? What's Senate doing? They have to invite these people and see, since the money didn't pass through them, let them have a hearing from these people and say, okay, where this money come from, how you guys get this project. That's their job to do. LECC cannot go at this point. It had not reached to that point yet.
Thank you, Sam. You know, one thing is that we agree to disagree on the show. That's the beauty of it. I see you. Welcome to the show. Let's hear you before we go to Mana Lorena. What's your take on this issue? Emma Galasco was cleared by the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission earlier on today on the allegation of the $800,000 that was given by the World Bank to fund the Liberia Aquaculture Fisheries project. In that project, according to the board of directors, the money was mismanaged. So they filed in a complaint to the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission. And that complaint was investigated. Based on that complaint, Carrasco was removed from her position in February 2025. So she was suspended by the president, and now she has been cleared off. My question is, will she be reinstated to her position as the director?
No, it's not. They're not going to do that. You know, the government is known for not reinstating people. You know, they did that to a lot of folks. They haven't reinstated them, and they haven't even also paid them off accurately. You know, we got a lot of examples that I don't have to call names. So, and also there's this allegation too. I saw that on Mariah's page today about you know, the person who replaced her was behind the reason why she was replaced. He was pulling the string. He was accusing her, making allegations against her. Actually, he was pushing that. So I don't think they're going to remove him and put her there. But I still believe, you know, that the government should do something. You know, people, when you talk about corruption and things, that's huge, especially for a female. You know, you're mess up that person's reputation when it comes to you know, their professional career and everything. So I think the government should do the right thing, and I know they won't be able to reinstate her or maybe, you know, compensate her for that. But that's damage that has already been done, and it's gonna be hard to fix that. But I'm happy for her that at least her name was clear and that she didn't do it because that's a lot of money, corruption. And she was able to walk. Your character is worth more than the $800,000, whatever they're talking about. So it would have been a sting on her for the rest of her career. But now that they have cleared her, I think they don't reinstate her. I think that's actually good for her in terms of clearing that. But you know, I don't think the government gonna do anything. They'll probably call her in the back and, you know, talk to her behind the scene. Oh, forget that thing, and then they move on. But I'm happy for her. I'm happy that she was able to be clear.
Thank you, Madam Lorena. Let's come to you. You've listened to the conversation again. Let's hear you on the second round of this.
So, like I said earlier, the LCC is one of the undergraduate institutions that we have in Liberia. And so if they say something is white, it means that thing is white, whether we like it or not. Like often when the Supreme Court come up with a verdict, we just say it's a precedent. So we say that in the future, a certain scenario will occur of the same. I mean, that's the same judgment we expect. So the LCC has said Emma Glasgow is clear of every allegation that was leveled against her. So nobody can change that to say she is not clear. And so Emma, if that was the only reason she was suspended for, and the position was a technical position, it is a technical position. So Emma now could ask, you know, the president, the government to pay her for the 12 months that she was under suspension. However, I also saw in the same period that there were pictures of her, videos of her on social media in the wearing CDC campaign material, making video, insulting, and a lot of stuff. So maybe that could also be against her because the code of conduct for technical officials is they should not be in active politics. So that could also be used against her. But if that was not one of the issues that was raised that she was suspended for, she would get some money from the government. They could do like a 50-50 thing. Okay, you run campaign, not supposed to run campaign. Okay, you were suspended for allegation that you are later clear off. Okay, instead of paying for 12 months, pay for 6 months, whatever. They will decide to do it. But what we know is I do not have any authority to question LCC. LCC says she's clear, she's clear. LCC looking at Jesus. If Jesus says you're going to heaven, who is the apostle to say, no, she was not, she is supposed to go to heaven, she was drinking, she was doing it when Jesus has said it. LCC says she's clear, means she's clear. Nobody can say anything. Even the Sarah that is in the position, because the new director name is Sarah, so the whoever, they cannot do anything about it. She's clear. That's all I can say.
Thank you very much, Madam Lorena. Sam, when I say you,
So again, Junior, LACC, just because they say anti-corruption commission, it doesn't mean that by the time they say this person is corrupt, then LACC will run there to start investigating the person. Listen, they say it's going to be too much for them. So I think a few months back, I overheard that LACC have cases part that they are working on. So who knows? Most of the cases that they have, because when it comes to corruption investigation, criminal investigation, these things take a long time. It's not just 2 months, 3 months stuff. It goes on a long way. So to indict somebody, you have to do more investigation. Engineer, okay, so the way it works, if I am a criminal justice practitioner, let's say I'm a police investigator, and I am investigating somebody, I must be able to collect enough evidence that I will use, because my evidence will help the state prosecutor to indict the person or grand jury to indict somebody. But if my evidence, the state rely on my evidence, if the evidence is not enough, you the lawyer, the case go to the court, the government will lose the case. So to do investigation is not just one-way thing. You have to go above and beyond to collect evidence that will make you the entity wins the case. Most of the time, you will see that corruption cases take for a very long time is because they don't government put too much money in it and they don't want to lose the case. So because the citizens say, yeah, the president corrupt, does not mean that LACC got to run there. That means the whole building, that whole building will be full with cases. So LACC is partnered with a lot of cases, and they have to work on to make sure that those cases are being heard in a court. So again, it is tough to do corruption investigation. If you rush with it, at the end of the day, you lose. So, right. So look at what's going on. For example, you can see that Samuel Tuer case, it's taking for a long time because they want to make sure that they got all the evidence against Samuel Tuer. If not, Samuel Tuer will be set free and the government will lose the case and they won't be waste of resources. You know how much they're putting in government is using to prosecute Samuel Tuer? That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to investigate and prosecute one corruption case. It takes a long time, and more money is used to do that investigation. So some people will say LACC is slow, they're not doing anything, they can't go after this person, after Junior. It's tough. When you finish the law school, you will see that as a lawyer, some of those things you will see, you say, oh wow, this is really tough for investigator. Criminal investigation is not an easy thing because state prosecutor don't want to lose. And remember now, you accuse somebody for corruption and you go to court and the person is not, the person is acquitted, the government is looked bad and made shame. So you must collect all your evidence that will make sure that the accused is convicted of the crime. So government put in too much money to do criminal investigation, corruption investigation.
Thank you very much. 21 minutes up to 10 o'clock, up to 11 o'clock in Liberia. 21 minutes up to 11 o'clock in Liberia. We're still here. If you're just joining us, you are listening to the Heat Hour show here on BKS TV. On the Heat Hour, we say dialogue and our confrontation. We say words and bullet. This will be our last topic for today. Before we go, our reporter have been touring the county of recent. He has been visiting some of the 9 electoral districts in the map. collecting news from those area. He visited District 2 already. He has visited District number 9. And he's currently in Electoral District 6. Upon his visit to Electoral District 6, he met with a couple of residents. They have complained, some of them complain about their representative abandoning them. Some of them complain about the by-road connection in the districts. And it's not one town, it's not two towns, it's a lot of towns within those areas in Electoral District 6. They've been complaining about road connectivity and their representative, Tom Glikia, abandoning them and abandoning a lot of projects within the district. One of those projects they complain about is the market building project, the Glikia market building project in European Newtown. According to them, that project has been abandoned by the representative, and he's yet to go there and do any other thing on the land that was given to him. Another person who also expressed disappointment in the representative was one of the town chief. His name is Pegasi Nema. He expressed dissatisfaction or disappointment in Representative Glikia. He's the youth chairman. Now, what I want to ask this question to all of us: what can we do to hold our representative feet to the fire? These guys, they receive gas slip. The gas slip is for you to go to the district and be able to get information about those people that are living there, their state of living. But many of them don't go back. Here we say Electoral District 6, the citizens are complaining of bad road connection, promised to build a market building. You've not gone back there to build the market building. How can we hold our representatives' feet to the fire when they are not being accessible? What other measure can citizens use to hold their representative feet to the fire? This is for Electoral District 6. Very soon we'll be in Electoral District 4, where Sam is from. We'll go to Bay. Want to know how the people of Bay are living. What are their satisfaction and dissatisfaction? But now we're in Electoral District 6. We're in Tom Glikia District, and I want to hear you on this issue. Go ahead, Chief.
Is it me or is this you?
Not me.
See you. Let's start with you.
You, D-Man, go ahead.
Power sprint. You know, you enjoy yourself. Say I enjoy yourself. You know, we you asked a very good question, a salient question. What can we do to hold our leaders accountable? And what we can do is what we are doing now. You know, bringing this to light. You know, if we don't talk about it, people will not that won't think about it. I gave example yesterday about how BKS brought information, dissemination, and light to District 5. And I think that's exactly what we are doing with BKS TV, or what we are striving to do. The people from that area, I was having a conversation on Facebook today with one of the sons of Babli. He's a friend of mine, and he has been following our news, our writings, and our advocacy of late. And he shared on his wall, and he talked about how that place has been deserted for a short time. And then I commented on that. I said, yeah, I think you guys, all of you, need to join us as we continue to advocate on behalf of our people. And he went on to say, ironically, the development superintendent is from Bewale. And my question to him was, how long has he been there? 2 years. But the issue with Babli being deserted goes way beyond this regime. Right? It goes way beyond this regime, CDC regime, the prior, regime and all that. So I don't think it's just this government that will blame, or the current development superintendent, or anyone else in the government now that will blame. This goes way, way, way back. The people from that area, they are from Nema County. They are part of us. And historically, our leadership, our leaders, have always been, playing blind eye to them. And I think it's time that we start talking about, when we talk about NEMA, for some reason we just think about the people from the down side, people from the Mano side, and then maybe it's the Maningo people. But then we forget about the folks from B. And I think that's unfair to them. B and Daru, I think we should start advocating for them. We should start some of the roads that I saw today. In fact, they said there's zero road connectivity over there. So it's really, really bad. Now the current lawmaker has to do more. Again, he has been elected. The people elected him twice. And according to my colleague that told me, he said in that district, people have not been elected twice. The previous representatives from that people, they'll go there one time, they'll take them out one time. But for Namboglia, they have elected him twice. So to hear that he doesn't go back home, he has abandoned those people, and I think he's taking the people for a ride. He's taking them for granted, and that's unfortunate. So I think he should take the lead. The same way he's advocating rigorously, he advocated, which is a good thing, to get Tapeta Vocational College or School. Great initiative. I think he should also advocate for the people of that area, Babi district. The people need the same type of advocacy. Roles. Hopefully the yellow machine that comes, they should be able to use that in a way that it will benefit those people. But the advocacy should not only stick around the down belt and the Manon belt and the Maningo people. The people from that area, Babi district, should be able to benefit. You talk about the market project. Those are things that, when you make commitment to the people, you have to do it. From what I understood from Matthew, is that he made a donation. He promised to build that market, and then he made a donation material. He sent some material there, and then the contractor who was supposed to build the thing, they went to eat the money. So the people then left in limbo. They've tried reaching out to him to intervene. Unfortunately, they have not been able to get in touch with him, or he has not been able to respond to them. So it's the whole thing, man. But they complain about him not going back home. That's something is not new. We've heard it over and over, and I think he should listen, because as a leader, you should be able to listen to your people. The people say that. See, the folks from the area. In fact, Matthew was saying that the people were saying, I think the records are there. Even the video, we have the videos and all. They were saying they only hear about their lawmaker. They only hear that he's our lawmaker, but since election, he has not gone back to see the people, and I think that's not good. Almost all the other lawmakers that I know do go back to talk to the people, but he got a lot of work to do. There's a lot of work to do. District 6 is a very big place, and I think he owes it to the people. So to summarize, to answer your question, what can we do? What can we do to hold our lawmakers' feet to the fire? Is to use whatever media we have, our little small BKS media we have. We got people from District 6 that are following. We got people from District 6 who are in Liberia that are following. District 6 folks from here who are in the States that are following. And then, like I said, probably the folks from there. My friend Ricky Neary, he's also from there. Pastor Success, who's one of our colleagues on the platform, he's also from there, and they all share the same thing. So I think all of us, regardless of where we're from, we should speak to that and speak on behalf of the people. Now, this one we can't hold the development superintendent or any of the current leadership. We can't just say it's them, because this goes beyond just this 2 years in power. The people have been abandoned for a very long time. I'm glad that Mark is on here to speak about that, say from District 6. So I'll stop there.
Thank you very much. Mark Bloom, welcome. And I'm friendly with Mark tonight, and I want to put Mark on the line because so many beat our last night. And some kind of way, somehow we might not.
Well, you talking about you see Lorena, when last you ever heard her talk about Chelsea? You can't talk about Chelsea. She just only doing her dancing thing now, or Grace, but she never talk about Chelsea. I don't know where Chelsea is now. Chelsea, I think Chelsea is at the bottom now, right?
We are 6th place. 6.
Before we go to Mike, I want to ask Lorena, where is Man U on the table?
I'm beginning frisky. I've been paying for cow already for the Premier League. Then I want to go see for the cow. We'll kill a cow.
You know the funny thing, man, you keep from nowhere. Everybody used to be laughing at, they come and beat it again. Guess where we're sitting right now?
Can't play. Don't worry. Don't worry.
But anyway,
we still have more games to play. My only problem is for Arsenal to not win. That not London team we don't want it. That at least City can win will be okay.
Oh, enemy of progress.
So, we go to Mark.
Lorena, hello.
How you doing, Mark?
How about?
Yeah. So the issue of probably, or the issue of disrespect in general, it's not really unique to disrespect, because we hear similar complaints from other districts in Lima. But what I can say is, from my experience working with NGO for more than 15 years, if you give material, even if it is, for example, county health team, they say they want microscope. If the best thing to do is carry the shop to water clinic and deliver it yourself. They always say whoever sign on the way bill, you take your copy and bring it back. But if you have to deliver it from the country have team, for them to carry it to water clinic, there will be a delay. And that delay sometimes can be for months, sometimes can even be for a year. And they will say, oh no, the logistics, constraint, the this, the that. So, for example, let's use NS Marcia or District 4 as a perfect example. NS is doing a lot of projects in the district. When I talk to him, you know, how he doing it with the community. He said, once the community identify the project, I carry my own construction team. I hire people to go and do the work, because I told him, said that is the perfect way to deal with the community people. They will wonder, you give them everything to do it. You take somebody from the community, say, okay, let the person to benefit from the community. You hire that person to do the work. The person go Africa, especially for those of them that on our product, go Africa to go for a woman with that money. The next time they come back, they are broke, and you cannot do anything. You are lawmaker, you can't do court. They say, oh, you can't say this into court. So the best thing to do in a situation with the European market, the honorable mayor should have just hired a contractor outside of that time. Carry a contract, maybe from second PA, maybe from Camplay, maybe from somewhere. You know, the person will do that way. But once you give them the material, everything, and they take somebody from within and pay them, I mean, they just see like a regular joke. So, NS is a perfect example, and I'm speaking from experience with like someone who I work with NGO for over the time. They will say, oh, I'm also sitting on 5,000, I'm also sitting in consulata cleaning type of time. You supply that the number you want, you supply it to the county health team. Consulata is still complaining, the medicine is saying sending code for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. So the best thing to do, they make the order, tell you what they want to order, you deliver it yourself. That's the only thing. So I would just say, I hold a lot, because we hear all the complaints. You still have time, we still got some months to go to before the rainy season, and be able to go and do the right. Because like I said, in the case of the yellow machine, our people really deserve better. The people, when they come out, some of them will not even eat, they will sit in the line to vote. They are voting and saying this person will do better for us. So if we come to start to like disappoint them, they feel discouraged, they tend to regret. It's when they start even crashing the day, they even stood in that line. So I hope Honorable Glick here will hear all the complaints from his people and be able to right those wrongs. That's the best thing you can do. Because you can't justify anything. Yes, we know you get the material, you hire somebody calling it, and the person pay the money and run away. But it's still on you. The best thing you do, hire somebody from outside the community, come to Camplay, come to Second PA, come to Seneca, come to West Bound. Hire somebody to go and do the work. The person fee respected, the person know that they are entitled to you, they are obligated to you, they will do the work. But once you say that same community people, they just feel that more like yeah, love you, yeah, they go out go look for woman, the money fee they come by anytime. You can't get in the code because why? You love me. So that's what I
Thank
see
you.
about it.
Thank you very much. Even though our men Siawete and Mark, they are coming late. So Sam, I beg you will hold you back a little bit. And let's go to Mark and Siawete. Then we can come to you to close us on. Mark is from Electoral District 6. And there is rumor in the corner that Mark will be contesting as representative for that district comes 2029. So let him come make it side clear here tonight.
Man, I didn't see rumor that my picking Matthew went as Bob Cato. A rusty rapper in the future who asked him a rumor about contesting. It can be used. The picking asked the man, there's a rumor that you are yearning for a representative. He said, yeah. I read for 2029, then he switched the thing. It became serial problem. But anyway, Mark, answer the question. Let's see where you're. Because we got to make sure we got a video. We got a man that can switch. I don't trust that they can switch on all. And they can call yellow machine, yellow journalist.
So again, I want to say a very big thank you to all of you. I'm back. You know,
Welcome
we just got to beat Chelsea Lane. We got to beat Chelsea Lane. Then through that, I got my new phone. So I've come back to stay. So I was just trying my camera and I decided to program our studio on my new phone. But Lorena did well because she gave me the chance to defeat her last night and through that my new phone came. And so I think Bob answered the question. Bob said the player is sitting at a political position. So the way he in political position, anytime Bagay can remove him. So he want his own position that the people of District 6 will get to him. Then the children ask him about me now, then he won't switch. And then, but because you're already going, so he never knew you were on live or you were on tape. So and before he came to his, so it's just good that my brother did 3 years ahead and resign out there. He can go in the raising our district, then we can go there to support him. No, he resign so that the law can hold you.
But you will not be contesting too, Chi?
Yeah, are the people senator?
Okay, great. So you're still holding on to your position as senator?
My man, as senator.
Make it third place. I don't go for a third place senatorial thing. Go to the representative.
No problem, Chief. But let's hear you on this.
When you're district.
Whatever,
but Tom, straighten now. You there? You're not there. Which one will go in?
We want you go straight in. He asked me for my position. Now I say I'm going for the Senate. So if there will be any change, I'll go for the presidency. 2029 stay far. Who knows whether someone will take me as a running mate?
No problem, Chief. But let's hear you on the issue. What say you about those many complaints from your district?
Yeah, we are here. The numerous complaints. You know that our lawmaker got your own problem. For me, I can always tell him he keeps malice a lot. That's the work of Dowan Glikia. He loves to keep malice. It will interest you to know that after the 2017 election, because my big brother contested, and Dowan was not the equipment that year. Reggie Towe was the equipment. Because my big brother contested in our election, Dowan did not reach us the 6th year from 2017 or to 2023 until we went to a new election. So you're not expecting to reach in places like Bo and Quilla and Pali. After the election, you are not even reaching our district. Then what are people telling you? When someone goes in the district, the news will not be heard, most especially when the president will be present. We are not there, but it's glaring. Even with the police station that they constructed, he didn't go there for the delegation. If you are doing a work with the people's money, where the money that was divided as the legislative earmark money, you use it in towards time, your pure old time, and blood gala clinic, and somewhere again, tablet according to you. You are going there for the dedication and then be able to tell the people that this is how I got this money, the money for the people, and this is how you say. But he sat on radio, Kakima and Radio Voice of Gomba, because he was critiqued by some of the citizens. He need to desist from that thing. The power today he has, it does not belong to him as a personal property. But he always angry if people don't support him. You know, one time he called me, "Oh my, how are you?" I said, "I'm okay." He said, "I heard your mom passed away, but at that time I was very busy, so I actually had to call you. I think it was around January 13. After everything was done for my mother from December 9 up to December 28. So I told him, I said, "Chief, thank you. My mother burial was not in secret. The social media took it everywhere. Almost the biggest platform in the world. Everything took it. I mean, in Liberia, everything took it. So you never had time to even call me to say my sympathy because we supported BKCRA against you. The power will go and we'll all remain here, we'll still be alive. But he always carry on a leadership that the representative seat in that district, it belongs to him perpetually and no person can be altered. He keeps malice a lot. All of those things that he abandoned the district for is just because most of the people never voted for him. That's why he always go to Tapetan and just do anything he want to do there. And even the people in Tapetan who voted for him massively, they are all complaining. And I know our people, in that they love money, but the younger ones are coming up. They are the one who we consider in Liberia as the higher producer of the votes. When the time should come, I know they will come our way. The thing I will say. And then after the election, when they see other people who contested in the election, then they will be appealing to them. People they go fool will go follow them. Nothing they're doing for us. The same thing is all in the district, everywhere in Liberia, I mean, mainly in Nimai. They all saying the same thing, you go to district 2, you go to district 3, they saying the same thing there, you go to district 1, they saying the same thing there. So I know they can depend on the money, that at the end time we will come and take the power with the money we have. But if the people give you the power, then you need to forego some things that already happened because the struggle you were into, your mission was accomplished and the goal was met. So based on that, you have to consider everyone as your people. We can hear all of the complaints in the district. But I mean, CEO, what do we say to our people? Go there, you tell them the reality, they will always turn it over. But when the election over now, and the reality is being seen,
Yeah, looks like Mac internet is giving him problem. His new phone apparently got some. I think this just said lawmaker probably playing with a man network. Because the Mac go on talking tonight. But we can go to the next person.
The power. No, CEO. My politicking in Liberia, I don't go after people. And everyone will know my record from the time we all joined to the team from 2005. I don't go after people, but I can say the reality. The district we are, Doma is a reason for which the district is remaining Doma. Today, even I think they call vocational school said that they boast about. The guys are struggling to establish it. You don't have any infrastructure for the school. Then you say you carry the school there. So the guys are finding it difficult to even get structure for the school. All of those things needed to be done before we come outside. If you want for people to be proactive in all of the tools needed for the people to be able to work with, not coming for, why you expect from the people? With the way the children can leave high school in certain time and say, I'm going Secretary to go to school, I'm going Ganda to go to school, I'm going Senegal to go to school, I'm going Monrovia to go to school. The number of students that we had in Monrovia attending overall universities. If they were here to attend Nima University, we win our ERCs. So everyone will want to go somewhere. So if what the children are going to acquire and the seating capacity is not conducive, why you expect from them to stay there? And the government look at the turnout, the budgetary allotment will not increase. Look out for light zone that they brought. Because the government are done well by bringing yellow machines. If you see the school orientation yesterday in Ganto and today, it was already packed that for light zone training that they brought in Ganto. The children just pull it in. The guy went to Methodist school building and tried to hire one to carry on the school.
Mike, quick to your
district. But you carry vocational school.
Mike, to your district.
Yes, I mean, I'm setting an example. That's what I'm saying. Like all of us are saying, he needs to go back to the people. The power belongs to the people. Because the political district says we'll put our more in it. I know he will hate us again like he been doing in time past. We are now contesting, but our brother will never agree to set his eyes on us. We went to his house on several occasions, also issuing the community to see how we all can do it when our country is better. He refused for us to meet because all he believed was, they go in 2023, I want to contest. So you are always shying away from me. But our people matters most. When the children got killed in Bobongle, the two children that are working in the uprising of the sun, that early morning, it was the band duty of the representative to go and make intervention in that. Today, when we were county inspector, we took those guys to Senegal, and they were investigated and found guilty and placed in jail. When we left, they went and recalled our case behind us. They went and talked to the jurors, and today, 7 went one side and 5 went one side, and they said it will not stay properly doing the polo guys also. See, it will interest you to know that those guys are not in jail, they in Ganto, they can go to various places to work. Wow. And they don't reach on Ganto Street. They put them out. Nobody talking for the people of Bobongle, the children that were killed. The 2 children that were killed. Several issues took place in Pabli. Even with the issue of the Burkina Faso, we stood our ground in it and we made them to leave that place. Today, the people are coming back. Nobody to talk for our people there. Even the issue of the bastard and the Pabli issue, where life was taken away, Salomon, it was on Okun, and I paid us 7,000 United States dollars to be able to bury Salomon Gay. The representative did not play any part in it. Even when we were burying Salomon Gay, he didn't reach it. The people are probably aware. They are listening to us tonight. In Grand-Pierre, just 2018 when he took over, when the people lost their life in Grand-Pierre, nothing was done by him. Look, if you are in District 6, you should consider the people of Bui and Doru to be part of your District 6. Why is it true that they are in District 9? Because all of the people in Bui and Doru, their BC that they know is in Riverse, and the other one that they also know is Tapetan. So they are neighboring district to us. The sitting with the people of Yahweh Mesno. So the road today that we embark on from Tapetan to go to Pongwin and enter Zikeba, it's stop highway because you are not proactive. So he need to change. The power belongs to the people. You can't continue to suffocate our people. Then when the group of young people, you just give money to them and they troop behind you and give you the power. Then after that, you go kindly against all community that will not vote for you. That one made some lawmakers today who are going hard like on they got some little different. And even with on Musa Bede and other people in the country, they got a little difference. Because with all the things they're talking behind on Bede in Nimba, he's still working for the people. You're not saying the other people that they blasted at me, they caused me, they did it. No. When you take on the mantle of authority to serve your people, serve them diligently.
Thank you.
So you need to choose. Like what man Lorena was saying. What man Lorena was saying. It's not about you going there, like what NMRC is doing. You can even sit in Morovia and make the thing to happen. But the reason why he's not catering to those various places is that he feel boy and Quilla never voted him, but he got vote from there. If one person die in our place today, it will blow alarm. But if you get more than 50 votes in each of the towns, then you still say the people never voted for you. When Gombu Kagon was defeated with 5 votes by NMC today, and you get some towns voting 50, some towns voting 100 for you, you still say the people never voted for you, and you tell your bygone boy and Quilla, even the Biase that they voted for him. What more is he doing there?
Thank you.
So he just need to change. The power belongs to the people when you get it, serve diligently, and wave everything and put it behind you. All of the health center and other things that you have built in Moreover, there, if you are built in a district, then all of people making good news out of it, and it becomes job opportunity for our people. But that has not been done for the period of time.
Thank you. Before I let you go,
we will save our people. We will save our people. I can squarely tell you, we will save our people.
But why you gotta make the call? So why about the radio station that he built there? There's a rumor that he broke it down, or he took it from the people. Is that true?
So the journalists that opened the radio station is one other boy called Fred Yibe. He was even a lower Nima correspondent for ERBC. He shamelessly left this place because things were not working after the election. Even when the radio station was done, I personally contributed because it was for our people. The one was not being radio station when you were in Morovia working with Ministry of Internal Affairs and other NGOs, and even left for the United States. When he became representative, because he feel that voice of Gomba that he knew, or voice of Tabeta that he used to gain the power, he decided to go against voice of Tabeta. That's how he brought his own radio station. The county administration, in collaboration with the community people, we all went there and dedicated a place. I think there was certain thing that happened at the Square, and the radio station went down. The people of SOS called and we contributed. They still received the money and the radio station was not functioning, and the boy was sitting there. But now, as we speak, he said he building store there. The store will be done, and the middle part will be the office, and the upper end will be the radio station. The district office will be in the middle. Because I listened to him when the guys were interviewing from one of those stations in Ghana, either voice of Bomba or Kekema. He said he built his store. And now the radio station is not functioning. So when Victor Cooper said it, he came over and said the man should go and do investigation. The man said, I said you be in store. And he said you will be the radio station over here, and then you be in the middle part because he be in there as a 2 stories. The basement going to be where the store will be. Then the middle one, which will be the first floor, will be the district office. And the third one going to be the radio station. But then the boy who spearheaded all of the activities, Fred Yibe, he also left the place and went to Moreover and seeking higher education. Because the agreement that was made, I kept him there for that length of time to push the one campaign. The agreement was not met, and the goal for which he was there, not seen going. So he had to leave. So when Victor Cooper reported that, he came on the radio station harsh against it. But I was listening to him that morning. But then he could not say a different thing other than the report that the man made. He mentioned the story, he mentioned the same district office, and the radio station should be above that.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
it is his law that he obtained from the commerce people, the commune people, the people who got a tower, and he attached a radio station to it. But equally so, when the journalists made report that he's not certified, we don't go harsh against him. Several things were said against what he were said in the county administration. We never fought any media personnel here, or nor went in, battle with anybody on any radio station. Like I can say to you, John and CEO, our lawmaker need to change. That power does not belong to him. It belongs to the people of Lower Nima, the people of district number 6. You cannot be angry with people every time. From 2018, when you took power, you stay angry. But when we have people back, we really fall down inside because he can't even reach in our direction.
Thank you. Thank you. So, Mark, 2029 is coming. The man will be coming back there for a third term. So it'll be left for you and your people.
Yeah, but if the district remain together, we from Boequila will save our district. Let us not lie to you. We will do everything to save our district.
Save it.
He has said he has obtained more work. The man had a very large farm that he had in Bomi. And then he built health center in Morovia. Why you could not carry in the district? People got land in the district that you can go and buy. And they find where you will be doing that, the people will benefit of going your farm and working and obtain money. But those things are not being done. So you think we'll sit down here arguing that people who don't value our people? Enough is enough. The one that they are giving you is good for you. Let you take charge of that one and make better use out of it. But our district not going to give me that 13. It's not possible. We'll fight it.
Thank you.
We
Thank you so much, Mike.
We cannot reach it, so we don't want to talk.
Excellent.
But
Thank
like
you.
I said to you, all thank you for upholding our station and back. All the things going away because of my mother death.
Yeah.
We are men, we need to stand strong.
Thank you.
So we are back and we will be making our numerous contributions. And all those that we want them to appear on the show like I used to do to talk to them, then they appear on our show. That journey out, I will be talking to them and they will appear.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate that. We look forward to that. Welcome back.
We also need to hold our mandate strong. That anytime our guests come after everything, when they go, we just forgo them. We don't discuss anything after them. We should discuss everything in that person.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank
Welcome
you.
back. Welcome back, Chief. Gina, take over.
Thank you, see you. Your full soil is on the ground. Sing anywhere you want to sing, like you to sing, to move from behind a cigarette, to go Buto, to go Bay, the radio station.
I miss you, Bible, brother. Thank you. Thank you. I miss you, Bible.
Okay.
I'm glad you back.
Charity to you get blue shade on your face again.
Yeah, take over.
See where you can go to Siawete, hitting Mike somewhere.
Okay, so Siawete will give you your time there, and then from there we'll go to Cyrus, and then Cyrus, and then we'll have Sis Lorena close that out.
Good evening, CEO. You know, it's a coincidence. Most time you and myself, we
not coincidence. I think I think the man want to take my title, Cyrus. The man. You see, I wear anytime I wear clothes, they wear the same shirt you bring on. When I wear my African, you wear the same African. When I wear the Nima jersey, you know, it's okay though. You might begin.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pleasure to be back and welcome to Honorable Primo and the newly appointed state actors now on the platform. Congratulations for your performance, Sis Lorena. You know, and even to Cyrus as well. I think we got one.
That is why Cyrus go to the radio station.
Huh?
It is venir appointing you. That is why Cyrus go to the radio station straight.
Sis Lorena, the one that you see your portfolio director for I know Park, eh?
And she contested the several, so she just get a few months to resign.
Congratulations, Sis Lorena. I did a long, biggest guy, state actor, senior state actor at that way. I seen your hand up.
She not contesting no more.
I want to say something in regard to your, I don't know, compliment or whatever.
You want to do it now? You want to wait for you to finish?
Oh, no, I can do it. Time, Chief.
Yeah, clarify, because we want put nobody in trouble here.
Okay, so I would like to say that people who are working in this government, I am qualified most of them, some of them. So it is not it wouldn't have been a crime if I was going to be appointed to serve in government. But my position has absolutely nothing to do with government. In fact, on Saturday morning, I called the vice president to say, "Oh, thank you for all the efforts you made to this place, to that place." And people, they didn't, I was not appointed. So then he made my call, and later, around 12, 1 o'clock, he called me back and said, "Oh, you are calling me call?" I said, "Yeah." So I explained to him why I was calling him. He said, "What? I need to get cars so I can wash our job." So I mean, my job, my position has nothing to do with government. PAC is a global organization in 60 countries. It has its office in Washington, D.C. They put out a vacancy on the UN website, and then I applied. In fact, the vacancy was there. So I applied. I'm the fourth person I applied for that position, and I'm the fourth person who was interviewed. And in fact, the people wanted to make a decision on Thursday. I applied on Wednesday. They wanted to make a decision of the 3 persons they are interviewed. But it's not getting that the word, they know that they wanted to hear from that person. They were not getting it. So by the grace of God, my interview on Friday, they still.
Now who knows you that Pastor Sosa? Okay, go ahead.
On Saturday, they sent me an email to congratulate me that I have been moved to the next stage of the hiring of the interview. So that's how I got this job. It was by competitive process, no government attachment. However, I will be working, like the whole of today, I was in the Ministry of Health. I will be working closely with the Ministry of Health and other agencies because I'm working, my position is I'm the focal person in Liberia, and I'm the one the State Department will contact in case of anything they want to find out. So I'm working strengthening the health system, talking about procuring supply for our Ministry of Health for 9 counties, which include Nima County and other things. So it is absolutely no attachment to government recommendation or whatsoever. But number 1, the grace of God. Number 2, my experience. Number 3, my education as a maternal child health expert. Because in Liberia, the project is focused on maternal and newborn child health, strengthening supply, improving quality of service, quality of data, and data visibility. So I just want to make that clear. Anything now go.
You might tell Park to get you generator. That's part of the generator. We're gonna have our lone female. You know, it's good. Congratulations on behalf of the
I thought Korean go in bro.
Yeah, Korean go down there. Korean go.
Korean go in bro.
Yeah.
I know. Sorry.
So on behalf of the platform, Celtic, before you go, I want to say we want to say congratulations to you. We are extremely proud of you, even though you did not inform us. You didn't go through the proper channel. You didn't return the CEO call. You didn't call the CEO on the birthday. The CEO called you. You said you're going to call by after chat. You didn't call all the funds. I will just lay everything up there, and then we'll discuss that. But anyway, we are extremely proud of you. I think this puts you in a really nice position to advocate and come on our show and talk, because you won't be held as known as a government official, someone that will be making the advocacy based on what you've always been doing. So personally, as your younger brother, I'm extremely proud of you. I'm happy for you, and we say congratulations. Celtic, you can continue now to say that. I already made a disclaimer.
Yeah, CEO. I mean, that's why we want in our community beyond government. I think there are opportunities in the private sector, and quite frankly, I'm proud of Sis Lorena for such a competitive, process that she went through. I mean, it's actually a win for us and this platform as well. That shows how the global village, like we usually say, is open to those who are, qualified. But see, the topic on discussion, I'm sorry, I came late. I didn't really follow. I don't know why.
I can give you a snippet. I can give you a brief. So I'm glad Pastor Sosa is on here. So we discussed several things, but the last topic that we're discussing, I wanted him to come on because he's from that district, from that part of the country. Pabli district, Pabli, right, has been deserted over the years. It goes back way back during Pastor Sosa's regime, CDC regime, even United Party regime. So we had one of our reporters who visited District 6 recently, and he was able to confirm with videos and all that stuff about the complaints from the people, the numerous complaints from the people about the current lawmaker. He has not gone back. Allegedly, he has not gone back there since he was elected. Some people say they don't even know. They have not seen him. He has not gone back there. There were some projects, for example, the market project that he was building there got deserted because apparently the contractor ate the money, but the folks have been trying to reach out to him and he has not been able to respond to them. So the project has been deserted. But overall, his performance in the district, the people feel that he has deserted. Some people feel that he has deserted them. And then that's based on our interview we conducted, the folks we talked to, and all that. So that's what we're discussing.
Yeah, thank you, CEO. I mean, you know, after election, I don't know where's Honorable Brion, the pattern of leadership in Nima, and most especially by lawmakers in Liberia. I mean, in a little weak way, sometimes I like to differ a little bit with some of these conversations because people have, they have believed this culture that lawmakers, are the one that should do all of these things, building roads, building schools, and all of that. But sometimes I differ with them, and sometimes I agree with them. When you go to election, your campaign message too is what the people hold you back. So most of them will go to the people during the election, tell them we'll build you road, we'll do this, we'll build you clinic. At the end of the day, when they should have won the election, it becomes different debate. That's where after the election, you hear all the three how they call cardinal function. I think that's what they can say. The three cardinal function of a lawmaker. So sometimes they are right based on the campaign message that was given to them, promises that were made. They are also right because if I'm sitting in my village, you can't give me reason why I should vote for you. I should hold you accountable. And CEO, if we could trace back, maybe it will go to Honorable Glikia page right now, and you pull some of the campaign poster out, you'll see the flyers out. You will see that those were campaign messages to the people. So sometimes they are not wrong, but on the overall, that's not a responsibility of the lawmaker. But the reason I'm agreeing with them is because the presentation that are being made, by our leaders when they are contesting. But if that situation is in that manner, I think the lawmaker will need to revisit his strategy because regardless of where they are from and which part of the district, they need equal opportunity. That leverage that is given to other part of the district, it need to be given to them. Mind you, there are people who go to election. After election, they feel that certain region did not support them. And the election in Liberia got CEO and the rest of the folks a simple majority. Everybody goes to the election. People will support their kind. Even in the great United States, everywhere people support based on connection, based on who know you. Everywhere. That's global politics. That's how it is. So once you go to election and you feel that this region did not support you, and mind you, this time we got more than 3-4 candidates, 2 candidates from each town and villages. So to just win election on a silver platter, election is a whole ball game. And the people of Babli, the people of Bo and Quida, that whole Tabata Bell, mind you, we been around there, we work there. Because I think the Tabata statutory district now is divided into 2, where you get a Dole Bell and then you got the others, the Dole Bell now is being added to Yari Mesno. So if you do your whole Tabata stuff, they are now in Babli, where Blair Blow, Bo and Quida, where Magden from, Babli, and all the people. So everyone in the election will get their candidate in the election. The district 6, that same place we're talking about Glikia, you have Badie who can second to him. the guy was very strong in that election. You got somebody from Babli, Jackson Pay. You have Kura, not Kura, but this Kura guy. He ran the election. I mean, everyone had to go and showcase. At the end of the day, once you win, you are leader for the people. So he needs to go beyond. Once you win, now you are leader for everybody. And it's a very wrong culture in Liberia where even me, I don't encourage it. When people win election, people should give the opportunity to everyone, even the national government, to showcase, their work. Not because the person is an opposition, then you don't consider them. No, that even transcend beyond the representative level we're talking about. And it's becoming a culture where when people win, they will just do away with the past and they focus only on their team. To conclude, CEO, you can remember during the time of our election, the last campaign message that was delivered by Eugene Nangbe, that is being aired everywhere, when he said, when we win this election, no United Party people working in our government. That's been very uncivilized. So everyone just believe in this thing that when you win election, people who support you, they don't even look at qualification. Today, say Lorena get a job on a basis of competitive, just in procurement, that's a serious competitive bidding. You have to prove yourself beyond. So I mean, it become a culture is very wrong that we need to desist from that. When you win election, everywhere, people who support you, whether they didn't support you, they support you. When you win as a lawmaker, the number of clans that is under your jurisdiction, you should focus on them and support them equally. But if you try to ostracize the other people because they did not support you, then that is unfortunate. So I think the people of Babli and the other clans that are not being focused on, they need to reach out to him. That's what I can say.
Thank you. Definitely, when you if it's one incident and then you hear that noise, you say, okay, yeah, that one person, maybe the opposition. For example, see District 5, no one will tell you, say, our lawmaker can't go there. You see District 4, you will never hear that complaint from people, and no one from District 4 ever tell you, say, our lawmaker is absent. District 3, all those other districts. I think District 6 is the only district so far that you hear the complaint from people that our lawmaker, we don't see him since 2023, we don't see him, he doesn't go there. But welcome to the show, Pastor Success. I will keep you for the last because many of you from that area there, I know you got a lot to say. So we'll go to Cyrus. Cyrus, give us your parting comment, and then we'll go to Sis Lorena, and then Pastor Success will have all the time to be able to preach to us and send us home.
Well, let me first of all say congratulations to Madame Lorena Dunker for the job well done and for the position. It's always good to learn and learn properly. Some job you will do in your lifetime, it's not about appointment, it's about competitive bidding. People will look at your skills, your level of education, and your composition, and many others. But thank you for making the people of Nimba proud again. District 6, what's happening? CEO Serity, I listened to him. He explained it well. The syndrome of representatives should do it all. I, for one, I don't believe in it. That's why I am a big advocate of the decentralization process in our republic. The government is decentralized. See, I live in a small city called Horace in North Dakota. We got even though we're still building our city, we got our city mayor, we got all kinds of things coming. It's a brand new city. And Lorena, she had a little bit of idea of what it is when she was here. So we constructing our banks for the first time. So these things can be done. Since I've been here, I don't even know my representatives, Sally, because I don't see them in the community. So I think Liberians need to change. We need to change the way we do business. Lawmaking is not for going to lawmaker. It's so weird sometimes when I see people going to lawmaker. Oh, my daughter is, my wife is pregnant. I need a diaper. All kinds of. And again, too, I think it's because Charity explained it quite well here. It's because the way our representatives run campaigns in the country. Some of them will argue that, oh, these folk come to us, they ask the request for things, but we need all of this money so we can be able to do development in our country and our district, and which is then wrong. All you need to do is do not make those folks to depend on you. You know you alone cannot reach to thousands and thousands of people. It's not possible, CEO. Let get this money, let put it into the budget, let advocate where those money is supposed to go and have impact on the lives of our people. But they will go and say, when I become this person, I will build rule, I will build your market hall, I will your wife get pregnant, I'll buy your white diapers. What the hell? Stop. Learn. And some of them from this country. That's a sad thing. Many of them are educated in the United States, UK, and all of those places. But then they will say nothing, no matter what you say, will not change. See you, the change that came to this country that gave somebody the opportunity maybe to get here, it was from Martin Luther King and many others who advocated. So one voice can come, then it echoes across the country. So Taiwan Good Care is facing problem because with the big district he has, maybe he had made those weird promises to the people, and he doesn't even have enough money now to do what he's supposed to do. Market hall that he was building, he failed. I think I can say he failed on it. It's because of the way they present themselves. There's no need to do that. And because some of our people on salary, they might not be aware of these things. So you cannot tap into their word that I don't want to use. So you can't tap into their not being aware of these things. Well, I will keep that word, big word for another day. Okay? They might not be aware that, well, Representative Joy is not to build my market hall. They might not be aware that Representative Joy is not to buy my wife diapers or my child diapers. They might not be aware of that. Introduce the real thing to the people. Don't lie to the people. Then when time comes, you're not able to do what you promised to do. It's a weird thing to say. So tonight, Tier 1, what I can say, if he doesn't meet up with his commitment to the country, or to the district, well, they can vote him out 2029. What's up with that? I was in two-way play 2017 when my friend Richard Toit, when he campaigned in that district, he was there too. I think Tijuana was the one that took him out. So if he's not performing, they can take him out the same way. The same mother say, yes, the same mother can say no. So there's no even need to complain. 2029 is waiting for him. Let him not fulfill his promise or promises to the people. And I will urge the district North 6 people, if the man has promised you people he's not fulfilling his promises, you're voting out. Then he will learn a lesson tomorrow. It's not impossible to do that. So tonight, again, it's great to be here. Great to see all of you. Those of you who are listening to my voice from the radio land.
Yeah, go ahead, T.
Those of you who are listening to my voice from the radio land, in my district number 4, Nimba County, the Republic and Green City of Gbebuna. I say hello to all of you and those citizens of Gbebuna living in Ganta and all around Nimba County. I greet you all. Your son is here. He cares about you people. Thank you.
Thank you. So I will have to add a little thing to what you said there before we go to Sis Lorena. You know, based on the interviews we've had, based on everything that the people are saying now, I think it would be a disservice for us to boil it down or paint it down to as if the people are asking for diapers and all that stuff. I think that's a disservice to them. What the people are asking for is present, right? Now, true, lawmaker's job is not to build this, is not, but the same lawmaker job, the cardinal function, lawmaking, oversight, and representation. That also entails before you do representation, before you pass the law, before you do oversight, you have to be able to know the people need. You have to be able to meet with your people. You have to work with the people in the district. So the people are saying that the lawmaker is not going back home. They don't see him. He has not gone back there. You cannot represent someone or you cannot advocate for someone that the people that you're not going to. Lawmaker job is not to build schools, not to do all that stuff, but the same lawmaker has advocated, again, I applaud him for that, advocated for the building of Tapeta Vocational School. That's not his job, but he advocated for that. So the people are not asking for diapers, they're not asking for the little things, they are complaining, they are saying that they don't see that lawmaker, he has not gone back there. The promises that he made to them, he has not fulfilled that. And they are asking him to listen to that cry and go back and represent them and see them, listen to them and hear that cry and do something about it. Come back to Monrovia and then advocate on their behalf.
No,
but that's what it's.
I want to make a correction quick. I didn't say the people. I said some of the things I have seen. With my 2 but I didn't see the people. This way, number 6 are asking for those material need.
I get that. You're right. I was just trying to make you got followers, right? I want to make sure that it's not misconstrued. Okay. So Lorena, I don't know if we should call you director now or what we should call you. Go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, thank you all. That was a beautiful show. Thanks to Jian again for hosting us. So like I said, in response to CRT, I was not appointed by the government. My job has no connection to somebody from the government recommending me. However, I'll be working with the Office of the First Lady, the Office of the Vice President, Ministry of Health, WASH Commission, a lot of entities, American Embassy, a lot of institutions I will be working with. But I was not appointed because of any link with the government. It was number 1, God's grace. Number 2, my experience. Imagine I started working in the health sector since 2002. And then my education. So that was those are the things I was looked at. I remember one of my questions, the woman asked me, if somebody did a bulk work plan and give it to you to make a yearly work plan, what will you do in this case? I said, I will just say to the Ministry of Health, ask for the priorities and aligning with our objective to co-create. And that was, she knew that she was talking to an MNCH leader. So it was no government connection. I would have to say that, and I appreciate Mark has said that the first salary should come to the radio station. So the first salary at the end of March, I'm going to give 110 bags of cement to the radio station.
Yay!
How many bags of credit that you give? Well, we that drink liquor, we're not seeing a jug give it to all, we'll drink it.
The one thing about donating cement is that convert into liquor.
I don't care. Jesus said, drown one.
Wait, no, but Jesus. Lorena must say, I'm not going to see paid, but they want to hold.
whoever is
But
responsible, I will send.
Una said
The
it.
Reverend
He
Swat.
said, well,
Reverend
yeah, he
Swat.
said it by himself with wine.
No, no.
You're preaching thing. That we talk about our
I think you tend to my message. I beg you.
Go
On
ahead.
my action, I will give the money to Reverend Stewart. And then the Bible says that whenever God puts you at a particular position, He puts you there not just for you alone, but for you and other people, like in the case of Esther and a lot of people in the Bible. So, and March, April, May, June, for the next 4 months, I will give June $10 worth for scratch card every month to be able to. So I was just saying, $40 at the end of March for your 4 months for you to get data for our show.
After all the flower you made, your mama and son.
This our show, it could be anybody in the position he's in. This is our show. I remember the whole BKS business before you started. You asked me, you talk to me, you say, "Oh, I want to do that. I want to do this because this is what my father would love," and blah blah blah. So, I mean, we all should support it. One more of the other. And in my own organization, I remember there were times when I was saying in the US, we need to do project back home. You, George Flomo, and what you need, Lee Jackson, you all contributed, and what you need, and Winston Guer. So it's always good to give back to our friends when we are in a position to do so. So for the case of Tuan, the district six lawmaker, it is not too late because we are in 2026 March. So we get almost like 3 to 4 years. You can right the wrong, like I said. So we know that it is not a function of the lawmaker to build market halls, to do this, to do that. But when they are campaigning, in order to have edge over their friends, they say, I will do this, I will do that. So the people too, the old man thing now in Tuatan, she's not going to look at your function, she's going to look at what you say you will do. That's what she's going to be judging you by or holding you back. So it is not late to go back to right, that wrong. And use a start an honest man says in District 4. When the people in the district want a particular project, he does not hire somebody from the town to do it to say because you're going to pay the person some more money. He brings people from where Ganta sometimes spending outside the district and pay them to do the work. And that's how you see a project are just going on smoothly. So I would say you should do the same thing. Then we'll talk about yellow machine. I said for me, the yellow machine I feel to be a good initiative because for me, for us, for my position, it's not only about growth in the economy, it's also about accessing health facilities, also about making ambulances to leave from one end to another to get pregnant women, about carrying vaccine to the facility, and they are not obstructed by bad rules. So I think it's a good initiative. The only thing is, it should be operated outside of politics. So, for example, when Representative A wants it and asks the county administration, I want to use a machine, it should not be, he's not supporting our government. It should not be, no, because the citizens that will benefit from the role when it is fixed, they are not citizens of that party, but they are citizens of Liberia. That's what I would like to say. And because of my current situation, I will bear to leave and then I will join you back tomorrow.
Why you run away from me?
Thank you.
But I'm not coming to someone. I'm not coming to.
No, but I might appreciate you get one. Let me give him that. Let's step before you go.
Okay,
Right.
we wait.
That will wait for you. So, Pastor Success.
Yeah, man.
This is close to home. You hail from this place.
Yeah.
I called you actually. Hopefully, I was hoping to host you yesterday, but your busy schedule, man. Your CDC, man, you're getting ready for your CDC convention, all that thing. So you never came up. But man, I know you listen to us, so I don't need to repeat everything that I said. What's your take on this whole thing?
So I'm still doing a couple of research on the yellow machine. I'm not going to comment on that. Overall, bringing movie equipment into the country is a good thing, but there are other stuff that I'm not going to comment on it for now. But overall, if you ask me, is it a good thing? I would say yes. Two, I'm going to congratulate Sister Lorena for your preferment. But this thing that we do to ourselves, I think it's just disingenuous to our very self and the people who try to push us. Look, Say, Lorena, the world we live in. That two fighter controls this world. And each time when I'm opportune to provide leadership training for people, I tell them what you know and who you know. If you like, bust your head in this word. These two things control the world. All right. So, and I can say for free, you're an educated woman, you smart, you got a qualification. Outside your proximity with your authority now, with all the qualification, I can assure you, I can promise you, you are not standing a good chance. So, and when people recommend you or people at your back push you because of what you know, it's not a crime. So don't come here and try to, what they call, I know with this proximity, the vice president, your role you play in the government wants somebody who is comfortable to work with. So they one way or the other could push you. And I do believe in myself, it's not a crime. So when people say, oh, the government say yes, because I think that's how it's supposed to be.
No. Pastor, I will hold you there. That I don't think that's fair to her though. We all live in the States here. You and I live in America, right?
I mean, America coming to school with Liberia.
No, but listen, at the company she works for or the organization she's working for is an American based.
Okay, let me end. You can do a correction.
I'll talk for you. I'll talk for you.
The point I'm making, I pray that you guys are trying to make construed. I'm not going anywhere. And I'll be misconstrued.
Okay, go ahead, Chief. I
am saying Lorena does not hold explanation to anybody as to what other people say she was recommended. And in my mind, if you ask me, it may not be true or it could be true, but in my mind, if you ask me, with her proximity with this government and her level of education experience in her era, I think she was pushed because she was qualified. That's my belief. You can't take it from me.
That's your opinion.
Going to heaven, even going to heaven, that who know you? I appreciate someone want to people laughing. That who know you? So they who know you think, brother, it runs the word. Go and look at the whole world and say, this is my beloved, so in whom I'm well pleased.
Success. What did you just say? Going to heaven.
Going to heaven, that who know you?
Man.
I repeat.
With this
I'm not telling Lorena go to Bible issue, but for the question you ask, going to heaven, quote me, going to heaven, that who know you? If you don't know Jesus as your personal Lord and Savior, you will not go to heaven, period.
Okay. So
period. Go and look at Jesus and say, this one beloved saying who I'm well pleased. No one cometh to the Father except through me. It's established. So there's no if and end about it. So I support the idea of knowing people.
When you go to public district, so please give me 1 minute. You live in a society that what you know, what you do is counted against who knows you. I understand that who you know is important, but the vice president follows this show. So if he ever helped to push me and I'm discrediting him, he will know that I'm ungrateful. I am saying there is nobody connected to the.
I agree with you. I was just making my point.
No, you can't come and downplay my success in the name of politics. It's not everything that is politics. You understand? I went to an American school and I got 4.05 GPA. America.
No. Say Lorena. You don't need.
And see what they didn't know. You thought it was appointment, and I make it clear. So for you to even come to things that I'm coming and lying, I mean, I'm just disappointed that giving you a miracle. I see what I'm treating you the way you're treating you because
you were not here. You were not living the since said about living the Fargo living. You were not here. So that is a lot.
That's why I'm disappointed. You're talking like that. So, like I said, because my legislature, I'll be busy because I'm really sweating outside.
Yeah. Okay. As I move to Bible district, there will be my dissenting statement on this issue. We live in the United States. We all school here, right? In this country, when you apply for a job, with all your credentials and your qualification, they will ask for references. The reason for that reference is they want certain background about you. They will always speak to somebody, no matter how well you are educated, about you, because what takes you on the job is your education and your integrity or your character. So when I say people push you, it doesn't mean that you are not qualified. I'm not questioning your level of education. And I'm a team aware. That's just my opinion about, because I have worked in the NGO side. I have worked in
but Pastor, you're holding and pulling this though. So what can we
let's go to Bible district.
Yeah.
Look, we shouldn't beat on this lawmaker for nothing. We do some disservice to him. There has been a pattern. There has been a pattern. And sometimes it pains my heart. It breaks my heart to be called anybody. And I don't say it with regret. We have been completely ostracized, just on the basis of on the basis. I stand to be corrected. Maybe on the basis of because tribal issue. Let me put it that way. I mean, I stand to be corrected. All right. And because we are not in majority in the county, so we can be treated any kind of way. No one cares. I will start from. There was a history book that was written, I think, during Manuseti term, either Manuseti or Josh Weir, for elementary school. I think junior high, schools to be taught in the educational system. And the names, in our body were listing tribes that comes from Nima County. But I will tell you, it will shock you to know that crime was omitted. And when we raise it, the first person I respond to him, his soul resident was Senator Johnson. He said, the father who gave us squatter red does not mean you come from Nima. That was the exact word he used in our meeting. Forget about the representative. Manuseli administrated the first term with all the county development fund, with all the initiatives that went on in Nima County, everything that went over there. I never remember one single project touching Babli district. I still to be corrected. One single project did not look. The schools, our brothers and our sisters in those towns attend, they are practically built by us on this side. As I speak to you, we are building a modern high school in Babli district. I'm not saying because government is supposed to do it, so we decided we can't give back to our people. It's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is that there are a lot of initiatives we have undertaken over there. And the only time that people see our people is campaign. It's campaign. They go there, they made these promises, and they never go back. The only major governmental project, and like I said, I still will be corrected because I haven't been there for a while. But the last time I went there and following information coming from the last major governmental project that were initiated or they started under Manuseti and President George Weah completed, and he dedicated a June 2023 campaign, was that bridge. Before the Kui Bridge, it connects Babli Town and Zodru. All right? And geographically, no one, see, all of us on this platform did not decide where we should be born, where we should come from. We did not. All right? And some of these things were reason, and I'm not saying that because I intend to say, oh, let it happen again. No, God forbid. But this was one of the reasons that brought civil war to our country. Certain tribes felt nationalized. And I got a different opinion about the war. People get a problem with, oh, that people bring war. Yes, if they brought war, maybe they had their own reason why they brought war. But I thought this war have taught us a lesson that all of us are Liberian. All right? I come to Ganta Afifa, my wife's a man or woman. My woman go home, she will be well treated. So for us to abandon one segment of the county because of tribal issue, and or maybe they are not in majority and so on, I mean, it's bad. The reason I say we shouldn't beat on the lawmaker or CEO is very simple, right? Liberians, the way we try to make the lawmaker to be is wrong. People say, oh, the lawmaker, they want to build hospital. No, they want to build hospital. Oh, you don't know? They are the one to build hospital. How do they build a hospital? Do they use their salary? No. Number one, why should they advocate? Why should they advocate for legislative project? Someone receiving 50,000 every year, 75,000. So if you spend 6 years and you're receiving 35,000 every year, amen.
So are you being sarcastic then? You saying we should not be doing a lawmaker, but then you're saying
I will get there. I know why I start. Why I started the way I started.
Okay.
Right. How much it will cost you to say, okay, this year, send at 35,000, I focus on Kwendi. Then you do project in Kwendi. Okay, next year, the other 35,000, okay, I focus on maybe or the blood clan, where blood the other come from, in the Quipia and road it and there. Then the next time you go to Babli district. How much it will cost them for them to do? Number two, the lawmakers are the ones that put stuff into the budget. All right? That put stuff into the budget. So why is it that Babli district, not Bo and Krida, but Kwendi, B and Dorune, why are they being so affected? I mean, being abandoned by their lawmakers? The reason I say we shouldn't beat on the lawmaker is that it's not fair to him because there has been a pattern in Nima County when it comes to Babli district. You know the only person?
Yeah, but we got to start somewhere now. We got to start.
You use a rat on him. That's the kid. You use a rat on him.
Yeah. So
right?
we got to start somewhere.
When Gay won in 2003 or 2005 election, one Gay was the representative over there. When he won the only time he won the Babli district, he started Zodru. Was he start doing the campaign? And the reason I don't really blame them is we ourselves too are the problem. They go election. My brother was naming the Kennedys. We have 4 sons from our district contesting. We talked to them, we said them down, be sensitive in our ear. Joe Elijah hasn't paid to go. He's your father. He been in the government for a while now. You understand how government work. Let him go and lay the foundation and the legislator. Then next, they said no. And none of them can tell. The whole all of them from the district, none of them can tell.
Yeah.
So to end is pathetic. It's pathetic. The Asida Mentor, oh yeah, Asida Mentor gives this to or Nima County every year. Yeah, the other, or county development fund. Nobody thinks about Babli district. Nobody does that. Or the superintendent. And right now, I expect this administration to do much in Babli district because I think the development superintendent Peter Campbell is from Babli district.
Yeah, he's from there. He's from Bewale.
He's my personal friend. He's from Bewale. So he should be talking with Kwahu and then they should be thinking to see what they can do in Babli district. So for Babli district to still be deserted at this time is pathetic. And I must commend you or see you for sending your people over there to do that journalistic survey to know what is happening in the district. Is worse. I can promise you it's worse and it hurts us every day. But however, sons and daughters are on the side. We're working hard. We not abandon our people. We do our best to pay our attention there. We're hoping when the school is completed, we focus on maybe cleaning or something, or just to give our people in the kind of life they deserve. But as I close, CEO, please, I didn't know that this station got the platform got out initiated they do it. I mean, we're not trying to brag about it, at least, but out about we will be kind of I think like philanthropy around here helping other people. So
Pastor, just be your player, Pastor.
No, I didn't know, to be honest. They've said, I'm not said it to them. I never knew, right? Yeah. Some of this time when you get people coming to the platform newly, who you invite, maybe as guests or panelists, you add into the channel, educate us so that we can know. Maybe about this time we are done, but right now, yesterday I went somewhere, they squeezed me like wet towel, so nothing, then I can't be present.
Yeah. You said all the CDC, but on a serious note though, personally, for me, I came from a background that was very poor, and I saw a lot of things, and I don't like disadvantage. Right? I don't like people being looked over. So in my weak way, in the platform weak way, we will try to do whatever we can do to continue to provide information. We don't have a lot of money. We don't have money. We are a small little BKS platform that we started in Butuo. We got a little small radio station there now. We got our online platform. But our goal, our pledge to the Nima people is to provide information. We will go to wherever the information is, we provide it to our people, and the people will be the judge. Now, we can't do much about what happened in Kpabi, but I think us highlighting these things, telling people this is what happened in Kpabi. No one was talking about Kpabi, and no one will even talk about it. But we're bringing this to the forefront of the Nima County leadership, right? We're bringing this to, they all see this. I can guarantee you that they all see it. They all follow our page. They all read it. If they watch this show, and will not stop at anything. I think I was talking to one of my friends that said, I think that part of the country or the county has been deserted. And I think that's wrong. We are all from Nima. We are all Nimayans. Regardless of the tribe we come from, everyone should be treated fairly, equally. And we'll do our part. We'll play our part to make sure that we bring the information to our people and continue our advocacy. So I want to say thank you. Thank you to you, your colleagues, every one of you, man. Let's join it. Let's all of us join together and peacefully advocate. They got a yellow machine coming,
and we will be there. I asked a question to the current chair, president of the Nima Association in the US, the UNICO president, when he was contesting in Fargo here. I asked the question, Bobby, this have been completed, abandoned, and neglected. When you become a chairperson, what are you going to do to collaborate with the local government to ensure that Bobby district feel the impact of the government? And he made some fun. He said some fun things, sent them. That's it.
But thank you, brother. Thank you. You know, like I said, I reached out to you yesterday. I wanted to host you, but anyway, it has been a great show. Sorry, you want to say something?
Yeah, I want to say something.
But you're going against your own law. You already you've told the people of District 4, you don't talk to the white people, everything. They come and talk again.
No, seriously. The probably thing is one of the good things one of those things that we need to talk about. In those who know me, I always, even here in America, I always advocated for Kpabi district people. So the problem I see with Kpabi district people is one problem or two. It's difficult to have Kpabi people to do business with Nimba County. And even in my speeches, I have delivered speeches to the Kpabi community, and I love them. My best friend Steve Sewan, and the whole Sewan family, in Des Moines, Iowa, I live here in Fargo now. Listen, CEO, I have encouraged the Kpabi people, no matter what geographical location you find yourself in, it's not Kpabi district alone that has been deserted. Even the district number 47, which we're talking about 24/7 here, somewhere it say not even is no car can reach there. Those people just way in the bush there. But the thing is, I have told my brothers and sisters from Kpabi, no matter what you speak, you are in Nimba County. Even the Nimba organization, you see, it's difficult for you to see Kpabi people. And this is what I have said to them over and over. I don't even know this, my brother. I live in Fargo here. We got Nimba organization. I didn't even know him. I didn't know that he lives in Fargo here.
I just moved from Fargo. I lived in Des Moines for 10 years, my man.
Okay, I live in Des Moines for that long. And we have done everything. A lot of things we have done. I have done personally. I have even right now as we speak, see, I am the campaign manager for one of those UNICO guy that is running. We got great people on the team from Kpabi. We
can believe
for Rick Van Vengon, the UNICO chapter president here
in the chat room. You can see me there in the chat room. I'm not campaign chat room.
Okay, well you can't come online. I don't know you, sorry, Chief. So what I'm saying here is that
You know my wife.
Huh?
You know my wife.
Who?
Melvina.
Oh, I know Melvina.
Yeah, that's my wife.
Yeah, but now you can't show us. I will know you. I will know you now.
Yeah, you want?
Somebody, man. Listen, to be honest, right? We got Ophelia Spine and everybody on our campaign team. Listen, our campaign is different. So we want for Kpabi to be represented. And my message to them is that if a Rick wins this election, the first celebration or the second celebration will be in Kpabi district. because what we want to bring that momentum from in Babi for Unico to go to Babi and launch some program over there. That's our mission. But success, come on, Bo. You in a chat room, you can't come online. We didn't know.
You're not coming to your campaign on our platform.
No, it's not about campaign here, but these are things that, okay, we need to do business more with Nimba Kante. When you do something like that, your representation, it does not matter. The Tua River, the Booyah, we all crying. We just need this advocacy so that we all can.
I will not comment right now.
That's all I'm saying here. I love the Babi people. They are good people, but I just want for them to do business with Nimba Kante more than doing business with Nimba Kante. I mean, your grandchildren. When I say convention, you will see if not all, the most of the Babi business will go to grandchildren. The money you gave to grandchildren Kante, they will not come to you to develop Babi. It will never happen. I have told them over and over. I'm here saying it on TV live.
Thank you. So, thank you, Chief.
I will not be right now. There are a lot of fighters, but it's not the time to do that because I think the CEO have ended the show, and I respect that. Yeah. So on our next show, I'll provide some little clarity.
Let's talk about our next show, maybe.
Yeah, I will try to invite few other brothers and sisters from Pabli so we can have a full show here to talk about it. It needs to be heard, and our goal is to make sure that people hear our voices. So thank you so much. Thanks to our follower for following. It has been a great show. You've watched BKS TV Heat Hour again today, March 2nd. And I want to say thanks to all of you. We'll be back here tomorrow. The same time, same hour, we'll announce our guests possibly tomorrow. Thank you. You have a good night.
Thank you.